Good afternoon, one and all, and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. Today, we're looking forward to, well, I hope we're looking forward to Norwich City versus West Ham United. And this is a pivotal and a crucial game for us. This is an opportunity to try and let the recriminations over what happened in Frankfurt, leave them to one side, put them away for the moment. And also, I've got to say, the adulation. There's been a lot of, I've noticed there's been two major things that have been going on since the Frankfurt game. The recriminations I've just mentioned, and then a bit of back patting, if I'm honest. There was a statement which came out from the board. The board said we want to put on record our gratitude basically to David Moyes for getting the club to the semi-finals. Now, I wholeheartedly agree with the sentiment. I really do. But I don't know why you put it out now. The last thing we need is one of two things. Is a victory day parade, basically, where we say, oh, well done. Haven't we done well this season? We'll reflect on that afterwards. We really will. That's the one thing we don't need. The other thing we don't need is recriminations into particularly what went wrong in terms of not buying players in January, all of this sort of thing, right? Honestly, we will cover that extensively. There's loads of time for us to talk about all that sort of thing. What it needs now, and this is vitally important, is a focus and a concentration to beat Norwich. I'm going to tell you a load of stuff that you already know now. But anyway, hey, we're here to talk about West Ham to build up to this game. If we beat Norwich, we put ourselves in a really, really good position. Wolves drew yesterday, 97th minute draw, something like that. Actually, I'll tell you something. I was travelling back yesterday from Nuneaton. When I was driving back, I stopped off at the service station. And all the Wolves players were there. I guess using the loo, whatever they were doing. And all the Wolves fans were in the service station, and just bit by bit, they all started to notice the Wolves fans were there. Fair play to the Wolves players. They were all taking pictures, as many pictures for any fan that wanted a picture. They were taking pictures with them, selfies, arms around them, and all the rest of it. Seemed like a good bunch of lads. But anyway, as brave as their 97th minute equaliser was, Connor Cody, quite possibly, they probably needed 3 points. If we win today, we make it very, very difficult for Wolves. And I think Wolves have got Liverpool and Man City, quite possibly. Sorry, Scott saying Wolves lost yesterday. I thought it was a 2-2 draw, Scott. Now, here's the other thing that's really, really important in this, actually. I think what we need to make sure that Liverpool and Man City are both going in until the last game of the season, because we need those teams motivated. But then again, it's a difficult one because we have to play City. There you go. So Garino's just saying, yeah, it was a 2-2, just as I thought. Conference League is what we can get. We can more or less secure it today. Not mathematically, but will Wolves beat Man City, Liverpool? It's a tough ask. Then we have 2 games left. But we've got to do the first part first, obviously. Because then we got Brighton, we got Man City. Man City, obviously, the home game first. That's Mark Noble's last game. Get a win in one of those two. I know it's difficult. I'm telling you now, I do not think Manchester United are going to win against Crystal Palace. So all permutations are on the table. No European football, the Conference League, and still, sixth, which is the Europa League. Now, here's my point. The team have just got to focus on this. This is going to be really hard for them. I've read a lot of comments over the last few days, and thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be reading that. I have indeed got my fisheye lens on today. You can't normally see it, Al, to be fair. When Gio's here, it just sort of compartmentalises me like that. But I don't think I've got my knickers on the washing line. So that's a cushion, by the way, rather than some scraggly old underwear down there. I've read a lot of the comments over the last few days, and they are, we should have done better, could have done better. Why didn't we do this? Players are knackered. So there's your recriminations, and a lot of the stuff, didn't we do well? Wasn't it great to get to a Europa League semi-final? I just think both of those things are correct, obviously. But I think it's really important that Moyes and the team aren't doing that. And it's going to be really hard to get them refocused for this. And this is going to be an interesting team talk and a very difficult team talk, because I haven't really felt that Moyes has been in a tip-top mood recently, if I'm honest. I think for regular watchers of Hammers Chat, I've been a bit worried about him the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then not only did he lash out and get sent off against Frankfurt, but obviously he obviously kicked the ball in frustration, which would have got him sent off. But if you listen to his comments afterwards, they're a little bit feisty, and I sort of don't mind if that was what Moyes was like all the time, but it ain't really. I'm just worried that he's losing his cool. It's important he doesn't lose his cool. Right, anyway, I can see the team is in because you'll mention it. Before I go there, Callum, you're a top man. Thank you very much. Callum is in Australia, by the way. Big shout out to all the Hammers fans in Australia. Callum, you're a top guy. Thank you very much, mate. Callum sent over some money for the European Games for us all to have a drink, which is bloody lovely of him. Right, okay, let's deal with a team, shall we? No Souček in. I saw your comments before I looked at the team. So let's have a little look and see what it is. Fabianski in goal. Sufal at right back. Dawson and Zuma are the centre-back pairing. Cresswell at left back. There's a big shout. There's a vote of confidence. I think my first thoughts on that are, I don't mind. I don't care. Moyes showing a vote of confidence in Cresswell. I mean, that's really important that he does that for that player, and that's, I would trust Moyes' judgment on his man management in that. It's Cresswell that worries me. Is Cresswell ready for this game? How much has that impacted Cresswell? I mean, he would have felt a massive amount of guilt as well. So that's going to be really interesting. Anyway, so Declan Rice plays central midfield. And I guess it's alongside Fornals. Fornals to play centrally with Lanzini also centrally, I would imagine. I might have that wrong. It might be Fornals on the left, Benrahma and Lanzini central, but you get the idea, something like that. The big news is that Souček is dropped. We'll get to that. We'll have a little discussion about that in just a second. So Rice, Fornals, Lanzini, Benrahma, Bowen, and Antonio. Okay, there's lots to discuss. I quite like it. Got to be honest with you. I quite like that team. Yeah, I mean, sorry, let's just pop this up. Where's Adam's? Sorry, Adam, I've lost your thing there. Right, Lanzini next to Rice there. Maybe, don't mind that either. In which case, you know, we probably would see Benrahma play attacking midfield position, which is his best position. Someone has to. I always think someone has to suffer on the left-hand side, really, don't they? I've got to be honest, I needed that team. I needed to feel a little bit of a lift going into this. Let's discuss Souček, shall we? Don't mind that at all. I really don't mind that at all. I think he's been in hideous form. Strange description for form, isn't it? Hideous form. I should all use that on the telly. He has been in hideous form. I think it's the right thing to do. Thomas Souček has ceased to be our rampant goal-scoring, attacking midfielder that we had last season. That's not the Thomas Souček we have now. Again, forget the recriminations why. Form, contract, Declan Rice being given more freedom. It doesn't matter why at this point for this game. It's just he's not the attacking guy anymore. He's not a goal scorer. It is hideous, Chippy. It is. What he is now is a defensive midfielder. He sits in front of the back four. A lot of the time, I call him an auxiliary centre half. He is a lot of those things. And if we're good with that, we're playing Norwich, okay? We're playing Norwich. And I don't mean to demean or belittle them, but they're already relegated. We are going for European places. We're semi-finalists in the Europos Cupos, my friends. And it doesn't really need additional central defenders, and which is what Souček has been playing at, really. Another more attacking player in central midfield. I do not mind that at all. Totally separate to the conversation of whether Souček will get back to his form and blah, all that other stuff. That doesn't matter. But this game, we need this win. All that stuff I spoke about doesn't happen if we draw or lose this game. We have to win this game. After that, we can then discuss, okay, is it conference? What do we need to stay above Wolves? Are Man United catchable? Can we get a win, either Man City or Brighton? Before we have that discussion, it's this game that is really important. Thank you very much, Phil Goodfellow, who is a bloody lovely fellow. Thank you very much for that, my friends. The best way to forget about Thursday is to win today. It really is, because what it does, it gives us a little bit of interest, a little bit of something to cling on to. And I think, I don't know about you lot, I would look forward to next season's European campaign if we qualify for Europe more than I look forward to this one. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully some of you do. I wasn't that bothered about Europe. So last season when we qualified, I could take it or leave it. Okay, yeah, whatever. This season, I like it. So that means if we qualify for next season, I just really look forward to it. I think, I'll have a little bit more of the same. I'd be more confident that we'd get through the group and all that sort of stuff. And as you know, once you get through the group, it all really opens up for you. And those were some great nights, particularly the Sevilla game, I think, because it was the second leg. Let's just answer this one quickly. We've got quite a lot to get through in the show. Hello, David. He said, hi, Gonzo. Who do you play in centre of attacking midfield? Lanzini plays alongside Rice. I think I'd play Ben Rama, as I think you lose more of Ben Rama on the left. I think you lose less of Fornals on the left. I also think Fornals probably protects Cresswell better. Well, not probably, he does. And I would like to sort of insulate Cresswell a little bit today if I can. I'm nervous that Cresswell would be nervous. If you see what I mean, David. Okay, right. What I'm going to do now, obviously, we've got a bet coming up. Before I go to our bet, you've probably noticed I'm on my own. Have you noticed? There's no one else here. It's just me on my own with my hammers upright, correct position. My old pants that have fallen down over there. A bit of glass propped up. The man cave's a mess. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, enough of that. Gio's not here. Gio is he's a you know, like you get like tribute bands, cover band, not the original band. You get like a tribute one. Gio is a Spice Girls tribute. It's not a concert. It's more of a convention and all the rest of it. And you have like photos taken with lookalikes and stuff like that. So he's doing that today. Sorry, I can't even keep a straight face because never mind. There we go. I tried at least. This video is sponsored by BetMate, and Gio is going to tell you all about it. Somebody is winning money. In fact, a few of you, only Hammers Chat people, by the way, are winning money today.
A few years ago, well, about a decade ago, Soccer AM were obsessed with the word bounce back ability, and that's exactly what West Ham need today. Huge game, but I think we're going to get the 3 points. Now, this build-up show is in collaboration with BetMate, the 7-a-side Fantasy League app, which you can win real cash, and 5 of you today will win real cash. 5 Hammers Chat people will be winning money, and it's completely free to enter. Link is in the description, so please download the app today, sign up for free, and then click on join on the bottom tab. It'll ask for your code, the private pot code. The code is HAMCHAT. All the details are in the description. Select your 7-a-side team using players only from the Norwich versus West Ham United game. Click save and you're entered. Myself, Charlie and Gonzo have entered. You'll see our teams as well during the build-up show. But 5 of us will be winning money, so please get involved today. Points are applied as usual, also some extra points for likes of tackles and interceptions. And the best thing, in my opinion, the best thing about this app, you can change your team 5 minutes until kickoff. You now know, watching this, you now know the West Ham team, the Norwich team, so you can pick your 7-a-side team using players that are involved. The one thing that Fantasy Premier League bugs me with. The amount of times I pick players, Pep rotates his team. Anyway, that's enough for me. Links in the description. Get the app downloaded, sign up and play along. It's completely free today. And back to Gonzo.
Then I said, if you pour balsamic vinegar on that, it's really good. Oh, sorry. Beg your pardon. Thank you very much, Gio. Bounce back ability. Indeed. Indeed. Did you see the teams? Charlie's team. Okay. Gonzo's team. Oh, sorry. That's Gio's team. Not too bad. Not too bad. You want to see the best team, though, don't you? Again, that's my team. They're clearly the winning team. That's BetMate. Listen, download it. The link is in the description below. Get it downloaded. It's free to enter. Some of you's going to win some money unless I finish top. Well, actually, 5 people win money. Should we do a ridiculous bet today? I think it's probably time for our daily bet, our ridiculous bet. Chris, thank you very much indeed. Kind sir. He says, come on, you irons. I'm feeling a massive accumulator today. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that if this ridiculous bet comes in, and we're going to do a whopper, and you lot are going to help me now, we're going to try and win somebody in the chat a lot of money. It's all about winning money today. Well, it's probably all about the 3 points. After that, we're going to win some money. Yes, Paul Spice, not even the real Spice Girls. It's the reunion. Not the reunion, sorry. The tribute band of the Spice Girls. Anyway, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want, and that's to earn some of you some money. Right, yes, Tartan Spice. Let's have, shall we go with on this one? I reckon, let's go with, obviously we've got to go with a West Ham win. That's going to be part of the bet builder. Okay, everybody now just type in some goal scorers, please. I'll probably take the first 3 different ones, so don't be doing it in 30 seconds time, because the first people that pop up goal scorers, it's going to be popping up there, and then we'll do the bet. So I'm just waiting for it to come through. Antonio goal, says James Gunn. We'll have an Antonio goal in there. I'm going to be looking for one a little bit left of field. Benrahma. Okay, I like that. Antonio, Benrahma, and Bowen. There we go. I'll do that one. I'm going to leave Dave, get back to him, Brandon Williams. Right, let me do this bet now. It ain't easy to do this. I've got to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, so we're going to go Antonio anytime goal. Add to bet slip. We are going to go with Jared Bowen. Add to bet slip. So there's 2 selections there. And we're going to go with Sai Benrahma. Add to bet slip. Is that right? Seems a little bit stingy there. Okay, we're going on cards. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do Brandon Williams to get a card. Let's have a little look at this bet slip now. What have we got here? I've got to say, the odds aren't... Oh, we can only have 1 goal scorer. Is that right? Maybe not. Hold on a second. Right. Okay. We're at 10-1 at the moment with Brandon Williams in there. I'm going to try and add another in the bet builder there. Let's have a look here. What we'll do is we will go with... Obviously, we're going to go with a West Ham victory, right? We're going with a West Ham victory, yeah? That much is for sure. Okay. Right. West Ham victory. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse me while I'm trying to do this here. We've got player to score there. What about, once we've done results, full match, West Ham. The odds aren't great here, folks. I've got to say, the odds aren't great at the moment. I think we need a little bit of something else to spice this up a bit. It has to be said. Give me some other things in the chat. Let's have a little read of what's going on in the chat. We'll do some corners. Shall we do... Let's do lots and lots of corners, shall we? The odds are bad in this one. I've got to say, this is not a great betting game to do here. We're not going to earn a lot of money here. Got to try and pull something out of the hat here, folks. We really do. We'll get... I'm almost tempted to do a player to get sent off on this one. What are we on at the moment? Not an awful lot, to be honest with you. Right, I tell you what. No, sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I'll have to go back and do this. I will do this afterwards because it's making the show go too slow. And quite frankly, Bet365 is going no good. You have to trust me on this one. It's not the first time Bet365 has been no good in this show. Right, we're going to do Brandon Williams to get a card. We're going to do West Ham to win. We're going to do over 7 corners. We are going to do Antonio to score. We're going to do Bowen to score. I'm going to put a $5 on. James, I'm not doing Cresswell with a red card. Thank you very much. I'm going to put a $5 on. And whatever the odds are, I'll get them up as high as I can. And then we are going to get some of you, if it's a lot of money, I'll get some of you to win lots. But before we do that, because I'm going to need a phrase, we need to have a quick look at the Norwich team, which is Krul. I think I've used Krul's name in the phrase before. Aarons, Hanley, Byram, Williams. Does that mean Byram is playing at centre-back? Gilmore, Sorensen, Dow, Leesmelu, Rashika, Pookie. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Here's the phrase. To win some money, the phrase is fluky pookie. Fluky pookie is the phrase. Basically, what you've got to do is enter the phrase into the chat. I've done Cruel to be kind before, Paul. You have fluky pookie in the chat. Type it in there. You are entered in to the bet, which I will do all of those things. I'll just upload it afterwards because it's quite difficult to do it when there's only one of you on the show. Andy has said bye, Pookie. Sorry, Poopy. Fluky Pookie is the one. Ben, that is a magnificent tash. May I say, can everyone give a little bit of love to Ben's tash there? That is magnificent, my friend. Where's mine? I think I've got a false one. Did you like my one? It's good, isn't it? Anyway, I'm saving that for a special occasion. Don't know what the special occasion is. There's Chris again. Flukes Pookie. It's Fluky Pookie. We'll allow that. There you go. Pooley says Fluky Pookie. All right? Right. Let's have a closer look at the teams again. Charlie, do we have the West Ham bench, please, my friends? I'm sure it'll be packed full of youngsters and Areola, Frederick, Masuaku, Johnson, Souček, Krau, Noble, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko. Do we think that... Okay, here's a little question. If the game is going... if it's tight, let's say it's 1-0, right, to West Ham. I'll say, forget that. If it's 1-0, going in with 70 minutes, do you think David Moyes will be sentimental and put Mark Noble on? He can't bring any youngsters on. I don't know. I had this conversation with Gio. Maybe you heard it during the video. I do wonder if the game is tight and it's really as a vital part where we can get a win against Man City, which means we get into Europe. If Moyes, if he didn't feel it was the right thing to do tactically, if he through sentimentality, would put Mark Noble on. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if you're talking about me or not, but there were two major tashes on display in there. Okay, thank you for that. Look, the bench is what you'd expect, really. I am a little bit disappointed in that bench, has to be said, but I'm overjoyed with the... Overjoyed is over-egging it somewhat. I'm very pleased with the starting 11. That much is for sure. I mean, I don't know if you saw Gio's video the other day about Vlasic, and what has he got to do? Is he going to be featuring next season? I don't know. You'd expect him. So, cheers, Rob. You'd expect him to at least be featuring at some point at the moment, wouldn't you, if he's going to be involved at all next season? Thank you, Will, again for that. Right, okay, let's have a little look, if you wouldn't mind, Charlie, who's behind the scenes. He's running around a little hamster wheel, making this all work. See how good he is. I'm making him stall. Let's see how sharp he is. Norwich bench. Oh, he's good. West Ham first team. Norwich bench. He's good, isn't he? Gunn, Gibson, Giannoulis, Rupp, Gibbs, Springett, Sluzos, Rowe, Placenta. There we go. That is the Norwich bench. West Ham bench. That's a stall. There was a stall. Norwich first team. It's excellent. He's had enough. He's had enough there. I thought we would test him. Let's see how razor sharp. I reckon that last one, it wasn't even Charlie doing it. It was Danny DeVito doing it. Say what again? Placenta. That was their, wasn't that? Placenta? Pancetta? You wouldn't want them both at the same time, would you? I'm sorry. There was no need for that. Absolutely no need for that at all. Right, okay. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got the West Ham first team again. We've got Sufel, we've got Zuma, obviously Fabianski in goal. Dawson, Cresswell, big shout at Cresswell, Rice, Fornells, Bowen, Lanzini, Benrahma, Antonio. This is a major shout from David Moyes. He had to do this. I really felt he had to do something to get away from some of the staleness. Is that right? That's probably not. The sort of stagnant aura, the stagnant whiff that surrounded the game against Frankfurt. And I don't know about you. I felt it's easy to put all the blame on Cresswell. And look, he takes a large part of the blame. But the momentum that I felt we needed, I didn't feel we got, certainly. And part of that I felt was from Souček. Souček wasn't one of the guys who I felt had an awful lot of drive. And when you're chasing the game, you want Souček to be in there winning headers. You'd almost want to sort of, for the last 20 minutes of the game against Frankfurt, put him up as centre forward next to Antonio or something like that and just go for it. I just bring up, what is it, A20 there. lack of attacking threat. There's no excuse for today. This is absolutely right, and this is what I'm talking about. There are a lot of attacking players. Hold on a second, Will. What do you mean you don't believe? Why would you not believe that? I don't know why you wouldn't believe that. Not very nice to suggest that. Benrahma's. There's a few players who need big games today. Okay, Aaron Cresswell needs a big game for the obvious reasons. I think Soufal needs to have a big game because Johnson will feel he should have played in some capacity, right or left today. Johnson would have felt that he should have played, certainly. Lanzini will want to have a good game because he'll feel that he was denied that. That was, it was a massive shame that he was the sort of sacrificial lamb, so to speak, against Frankfurt. Bowen will want to have a big game because, look, he'd have been dreaming about that and performing on the biggest stage, and it just didn't really happen for him. Antonio will feel, I think, massively gutted by that because Antonio, I think, will certainly feel that he didn't get the opportunity to, I think, to put forward his best game because he was lacking any sort of support, really. He'll be left wondering. Sometimes I said about not looking back and having regrets. There's also looking back and having doubts, the what ifs, because actually Antonio can't really have massive regrets because it didn't really impact him. But sort of what if we'd have had 11 men, I'd have had more service, would I have been able to score the goals that anyway? So I think he'll be motivated, highly motivated for today, and I hope that motivation supersedes and overcomes any fatigue he might be having. But there's another one in there, and that's Benrahma is another one that will really want to have a good game, and for different reasons to the others. Because I think it's really in the balance for Benrahma in terms of his West Ham career. I really do. Now, I think you can only get rid of so many. We've got a lot of players leaving anyway. Noble, Krau, Yarmolenko. We suspect Masuaku's leaving. All the goalkeepers. Fredericks as well, his contract's up. I think possibly the last thing we need to do is get rid of more players, but you do get the impression that Benrahma probably doesn't feature massively in Moyes' plans, but he's picked him today. So Moyes certainly does know what he can offer. And I'm pretty sure that when they're training and all that sort of stuff, Benrahma's one of the best guys in there. David Moyes will be completely aware of what Benrahma can offer. I feel if he finishes this season strong, and if he plays well today, really well, he's in the team for Man City. He plays well against Man City, in the team for Brighton. Big game today for him. I think almost his West Ham career is hanging in the balance to some extent or another. Chipley says Benrahma's already gone to Galatasaray. Just having a look through the chat there. Can that be? Don't know. Can that be right? Anyway, let's have a little look at your comments. Have a little read of your comments before Charlie comes and takes over. Let's have a look here. Need to keep Fredericks, in my opinion. Says all out of bubblegum. Who's going to just be grinding his teeth today? I guess, really. Let's have a look at this one here. About 6-7 players will be done by the start of next season. I'll tell you what, when you say done, do you mean sold or bought? If it's bought, we need to get it done way before the start of next season. That much is for sure. Bennett, I think he means Benrahma, and he's got the old predictive text on there. Got to be careful with that predictive text, Andy. It could type anything. You just got to be really careful. He's at the Crossroads Motel, showing his age there, certainly. And there you go. Yes, we know. Doug says 3-1 today. I think it should be comfortable. You know what? We'll have some score predictions in amongst what you think. This is interesting. Got 100-1 on Bowen to score first and West Ham to win 3-1. You have to trust me on this. What I will do, I'll tell you exactly what I will do. I will screenshot the bet. So as you know, it's all above board and whatnot. I will screenshot the bet and I'll upload it here and I'll show you what the bet was afterwards. But I will be putting £5 on something. If the odds are ridiculous, and I think loads of people can win money, we win. I'll spread the love. I really would. If it's, like sometimes we do the bet and it's £100 or something like that. You give that to one person. If there's a lot, something like that. I'd have to have a look at that. That's really, really interesting. I think the board's going to get so. Hold on. No, we don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. Do you think Moyes is trying to work out Souček for next year? I'd try without Souček for next year. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's another one. That's why I said I don't overly want to get into what the composition of the team will be next season. That's why I said I didn't particularly want any of that. Keep Frederick, sell Souček. Yeah. Is Souček leaving the summer? Yeah. Look, all of these things. What I'm saying, we will deal with this today. Let's just deal with Norwich 4-0 today. I think Bowen, Brace, 4-0 Antonio. The only reason I was talking about Ben Rama and all the rest of it leaving is for the context of him playing well today. I think he's in the balance. That's all I was saying. Honestly, we got all summer to discuss these transfers. We will be doing loads of it. Oh, there you go. Sky Bet. He put a £5 on it. I'll find something. Don't worry. I will definitely do something. Show us the bench, Gonzo. Unfortunately, I'm not in charge of the bench. Well, I'll probably show you my chair. There you go. We'll be discussing that chair at some point, I'm sure. The bench, all I would say is the bench is full of our older players, mate, basically. There's no youngsters on the bench. There's, Yarmolenko and Vlasic. Johnson's on there. All that sort of thing. That's your bench. So anyway, what have we got here? So we've got 3-0. And it says, Jackie, we've got a... I think you've misspelt sheet. That's all I'm saying. If you're wondering why people are saying fluky pooky, that is the phrase you need to put in the chat to be eligible to win the bet, which I haven't put on yet because basically it was just stalling and it was stalling the show. But I will put it on and I will show you. I'll do a screenshot of it so you will see it afterwards. We have won after Europeans. We have won. Okay, so clearly someone was saying earlier, someone said it to me yesterday that we've never won after European game. Moral Folks has said we have won after European game season. We beat Aston Villa and we beat Tottenham. It would be impressive. I have to say, it really would. 2-0 Hammers, says Phil Goodfellow. What other scores have we got? Everyone's putting fluky pooky. I'm glad I mentioned it now. 3 Zuma first goal, says Nick Day by Day. There you go. Not called Nick Night by Night, though, obviously. Nick Knight. Oh, he's a cricketer, wasn't he? Moyes. Why have I clicked on that? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to click. He's done me there. He's absolutely done me. I do not agree. Moyes out, by the way. This is true. Mustn't let the season fizzle out. We need another win. Nothing less will do. I totally agree. Hammerhead, I'm not clicking on that. Fabianski assist. David, 3-0. Nick, 3-1. James, 4-1. Flyers fan, 82-82, 0-0. Dawson, Lanzini, 2-0 Hammers win. Oh, this is very precise. How are you saying that? Average Kapakulak enjoyer? What? I've not said something I shouldn't then, have I? First goal will be early in the first half. That will dictate the game. He's 50-50 on what team will score. He's not confident. 3-1, says the BMW owner. He might not own a BMW. He might just like the badge. There you go. 2-1, says Glenn Dillon. 4-2. All out of bubblegum. 4-0. The redemption. There you go. The absolute redemption. What was Andy saying here? Make the bet, £10, and I'll add the extra £5. Gonzo. I'll tell you what, Andy, I'll let you know if I do. To be fair, mate, that's very generous of you, right? But if I get the odds right, the £5 will go an awful long way. You keep your money in your pocket, my friend. Do you know what I mean? Because my bets generally don't win. You would literally just be sending me a £5 over. I'd feel guilty about asking for it afterwards. So you keep that. 5-1, Hammerheads. There we go. Must get 3 points, says LPH. Another fine moustache. Can I just say? There you go. Every time I say moustache, I have to do that. I might stick it on one day. Maybe not even above my lips. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. There's no need for that. I've come out with some stuff about... I should engage my brain, really. 5-0. Hold on. That's not very nice. 2-1 Norwich win. I love this team. Good. Ooh, Benny to score a worldie. Okay, Lewis says I'm a bit worried about today. We can't hit a barred door. Look, you're not on your own. There's lots of people are worried today, mate. Players frustrated, might just make the boys very determined today because you're smashing them. Come on, I like that. I'm right up for that, actually. I'll tell you what, that was motivational for me. Mike, 3-1. We can still get Europa League if we get 2 wins in 3. You're absolutely right. Did you see Manchester United? They were awful. Awful. They've got to beat Crystal Palace at Sellers Park. They'll be having a party at Sellers Park, by the way. Not easy. Not easy. Andy says 4-0. Sick place house. I love it. I love it. But we got to do today. Okay. For this sort of thing, while we don't condone such behaviour, I do believe people do discuss it in our discourse thing. Charlie will tell you. Is it a nice channel? I said, what is a discourse? Charlie, what's a discourse? Let's get Charlie in. What's a discourse?
Discord, for a start.
Oh, discourse is a discussion.
Discourse is a discussion. Discord is the software. And it isn't. No, they do call it. They do call it a channel. They do call it a channel.
Do
so
they?
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
What sort of skullduggerous stuff goes on the Discord discourse?
Lots of things, Gonzo, go on there. Like there's lots of different little bits that people can have conversations about here, there, and everything. But if you scroll down on the left hand side, there is a bit called Streamlinks, which I can't tell you for certain, Gonzo, but may or may not just before kickoff have what people.
No, I know. I'm sure. I'm sure it's got a lot of the famous estuaries and rivers and streams in it. That's what you're talking about, clearly.
Yeah. Just various different ones, you know. The Trent.
The Trent. You could go with Thames if you want. That's the obvious one. Then the Tyne. It's a Tyne is a river, isn't it?
I think so. Newcastle on
Tyne. Be a river. Yeah, but yeah. It's got to be the Tyne. The Tyne is a river, right?
The Severn.
Yeah. Well, absolutely the Severn.
Big one, isn't it?
It is a big one, but it's more than one of them as well.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
It is. There we go. So if you want to find out more about streams, rivers, estuaries, and lakes on the Discord server channel, there's a link down the left-hand side where you can explore. If there was a particular stream you were looking to find out about, it might be on there. Do you like that, Charlie?
Yeah, it might be. It may or may not be. We can't. Who's to say? I don't know. Gonzo doesn't know.
Sorry.
Danny doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Do
you know what? I feel bad. He's mentioned longboats. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking narrow boats. So we didn't mention canals. No, you don't want to see a longboat on a canal. If you see a longboat on a canal, there's probably some pillaging and other stuff going on.
Some pillaging.
Yeah, some Vikings are pouring out at Guildford.
A mate of mine.
I was saying R is not. R is a pirate.
That's not a Viking.
That's not a Viking.
That's not a Viking.
No,
I'm not even sure. It's one of those things where, it's one of those things where you look into it, and historians like to say that's not even how pirates spoke, and I don't listen to them. I'm not interested. Okay, I've seen Pirate the Caribbean. I've seen Our Flag Means Death. That's how they speak. Not having it. Not having it.
No, I absolutely. Yeah, there's actually no, I won't say it's the most boring thing I could possibly say. But did you know there was an International Pirate Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think they mean like the Somali ones and the people that actually they take the shipping.
Not modern
containers.
day pirates, no.
No. Pirates.
Yeah.
Jack and Jim Ladd and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like that. I got to be honest. I would do away with all the other days just to have that day. But if I was in charge, if it's in your language, Charlie, if I was running things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I was the
I understand you now. Before I was struggling.
No,
but now
I know. And I was whatever you would call the prime minister, but the main man or the whatever you would call them in your young language. But if I was the prime minister, I would make that would be the national day. I'd make a whole weekend around it, presuming Pirate Day fell on a weekend, and I'd make everyone would have to dress up It'd be like a big penalty, a fixed penalty notice of £80 or something if you were caught out on Pirate Day without an eye patch or a hat or a wooden leg or a parrot or something.
Hey, listen, it has someone's got to have the balls to do it at some point. You know what I mean?
I think that's what they call the Prime Minister. Your mob,
man.
Yeah, you youngsters.
Big man up there. It's big age.
This one. That's the one. That's the one.
Breaking the laws. He made that his own big age like that. Nah, fam, not having it.
This is it. So if I was that one, I'll be making these rules. I'll be honestly. There you go. Kind of saying sword fights in the street. Cutlasses. Oh, it'd be wonderful. Make everyone walk planks and all. Oh, what a day. You can see it, can't you? Street parties, no work would be allowed. Everyone, and you have to speak in the accent all day, even if you went into a shop to get some. A pint of milk, please, my hearty.
Listen, that's what sword fights in the streets. That's what all of my family outside of London think it's like in London all of the time anyway. So
hold on. I'm sorry. We've got to deal with this. Before you talk about your family. Right. I'm not having a Cresswell hatred. He's a quality LV. Do you mean?
Let's assume left back.
LB. He made a mistake. So what? It's not on. I love him. He's been amazing for us. The boxing observer. Well, I'm not messing with him because if he was a boxing observer,
he knows what he's doing.
He would know what he's doing, and I can't argue. Probably beat me up. That being said, I am almost a pirate, and I could use me cutlass and me hook and make him walk the plank. So
you own a cutlass. You're the sort of person who, if I said that, I genuinely wouldn't be shocked if you went, actually, yeah, give me a minute. Let me go into the house and grab it.
No, they're not. And did have 3 juggling cutlasses, but I've just said
they're
in there. They're not actually in there. It's the fire juggling sticks that are in there. But I could have. Yeah,
hope they're not lit.
They're not lit. No, that would be bad. But I do somewhere have 3 juggling cutlasses. Yes.
There you go. How sharp is a juggling cutlass?
Not sharp.
I was going to say you probably, just in case, right? It looks dangerous. It's one of those from afar, as long as it looks dangerous.
Yeah, it's and you bang them together before you start juggling them, and it sounds all theatrical. I'll tell you what is though is if you ever see anyone juggling axes, there's no way to get away with that because the weight of them really whip back, and even if you blunt an axe, you still don't want it landing on your foot.
Well, yeah. No, you're not wrong. You don't want anything landing on your foot, really.
Totally, absolutely. I can make a cutlass out of a balloon, though.
Nice. Okay. This is one of Gonzo's. Listen. This is not what when Gio's around. You don't get this conversation. Yeah, it's all tactics. This information that, bro.
Yeah, it's actually about football.
It's actually about football. But now, listen, we're talking about cutlasses. We're talking about balloons. I'm here for it. If you were to describe West Ham's performance today as something that you could juggle, what would you describe it as?
As something that I could juggle. Well, you could juggle pretty much anything.
Love that confidence from you. Deck chairs, small
heavy.
children.
Love bit that. Heavy. Well, I'll tell you what it'd be: ice cubes, because I think it's you could juggle them, and you should be able to juggle them, but they might just all get a little bit slippy, and it might start melting, and it could all just slip through your fingers. Oh, that's not bad, is it? I've not done badly there.
You've done all right there. For a question I threw at you, which was, let's be real, really awkward. You've done a really good job there. I'll accept it.
Well, I've got 4, so I know I can juggle 4 of them. But metaphorically speaking, I don't actually throw them in the air anymore. They're big. There you go. I'll tell you what, though, it's funny. I juggled for years, right? I could juggle 5 balls. Put a newborn baby in my arms, I crap myself. Honestly, sure. I think I'm going to drop. Honestly, I'm there. I think I'm going to drop it. So someone, even my own ones. Someone take the baby. I am bloody good at catch, basically, but I still don't want to still crap myself after the baby. Right, Charlie, I've got to put this bet on, mate, because I haven't done it yet. So I need to get a bet up for our lovely viewers there. Enjoy the game, my friends.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And yeah, you've got maybe talk about you've got your team, haven't you?
Yeah, I assume I do. Yeah, I do. No, I do. It's here. It's here. Look at that. Look at that. That's my team there. That's
right.
My team
Well, I'm going to let you explain yourself why you've got such a horrendous team, and I will catch up with everybody in the post-match victory show 1 minute after the referee blows his horn, or so says, "Arr."
Cheers, Gonzo. Appreciate it. Well, there you go, everyone. There's my team. Now, I've been screwed over a little bit because Giannopoulos, or however you pronounce his name, isn't even starting. So I'm fuming about that. I was pretty confident he was. Outside of that, I think that's a banging team. Do you know what I mean? Pookie, you're talking Norwich's top goal scorer, basically nearly goes, scores and does assists with him. You got Antonio, who's probably going to want to step up. He's last sunny day out in Norwich. If you long-term watchers will like that. You got Rice, you got Bowen. Bowen's probably going to step up. Rice is going to have a big game. He's the only midfielder in there. Cresswell, I put in there, was a risk, but I thought he's going to want to step up after that. And Fabianski and goal. I think that's a good team. But, I've been screwed over with Giannopoulos. Giannoulis. Let's go with. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Hope you're vibing. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're excited. I feel like as much as we're down after Thursday, and I don't want to touch too much on it because I'm to be honest with you, I'm not over it. I've gotten more angry as time's gone on, if anything. As much as I don't want to talk about that, today is the day in which we could come back, and I feel like it's a great opportunity to come back versus Norwich, a team who have struggled all season, a team we've done well against in the past. We should come into this full flowing with confidence, and if you want to see that, there are ways you can. If you scroll down into the description below, there's a bit there called Join Our Discord. Click on that, completely free to join. Fans of all teams welcome. Lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community, obviously, but on the left-hand side, there's a bit called Stream Links, in which you will find what you're looking for just before kickoff. If you have a little click on that, and you'll before that. And first of all, Will, thank you, but you shouldn't thank me. Thank Ginge, thank Tom, thank Ben, thank the two Affers. They're the ones who deal with it all. Nothing to do. The idea, and then they do the actual hard work. Because of course it's not on live in the UK today because of stupid reasons. So I am, of course, in my boy Danny's summer home in North Idaho. Isn't that right, Danny? There you go. So I'll be potentially partaking in that as well. Who knows? But let's go on to it. Well, a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible. What is your confidence level so that West Ham gets a result today? While you do that, let's pull up the teams one last time. Let's pull up the big visual version as opposed to a small one. So we can have a look at that. I'm glad that button works because I did not test that. West Ham lineup as such: Fabianski in goal, Kufal, Dawson, Zuma, and Cresswell in defence. Rice and someone in midfield. We're not sure who yet or how it's going to work out. But we also have Fornells, Lanzini, Benrahma, and Bowen with Antonio. Up front. My gut says Lanzini in the centre as a double pivot. Potentially with Fornells as a 4-3-3, but I suspect it will be a double pivot with Lanzini. That's the hope anyway. The bench: Areola, Fredericks, Masuaku, Johnson, Souček, Král, Noble, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko. I've just realised with the new thing that this is all out of whack. So let's just can I hang on. Oh, there we go. Norwich lineup as such: Král, Aarons, Hanley, Byron, Williams. Byron playing at centre-back, very exciting. Gilmore, Sorensen, with Dow, Luis Milo, with him, Rashika, and Timo Pukki up front. Their bench: Gunn, Gibson, Giannoulis, Rupp, Gibbs, Springett, Tlozzi, Zlozzi, Rowe, and Placetta. Very exciting stuff. You look at it and you say, well, that's probably why they're going down, to be fair. Not a lot of Premier League talent in that. You got some good young talent, some exciting talent that will come through and eventually make it, probably. Brandon Williams, decent. Aaron's decent. Gilmore, decent. Dow, decent. You know, Leesmu can make it in the Premier League. Pookie can make it in the Premier League. Krul can make it in the Premier League. But outside of that, you look at it and you're like, well, okay, I see what's going on there. But this is the way the West Ham team line up. And let's have a look at some of these confidence levels. Before I do that, remember to hit the like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, because we game for 300. 300 is the goal for likes every single watch along. We smashed that in Europe. We absolutely destroyed that in Europe. Almost every European game, I think we absolutely flew past it before even kickoff happened. And right now, we're already on 4-7-8. 4-7-8. So if you haven't already, let's just go and check that out. What else are we saying? Let's have a little scroll up. Having a look. Let's have a look. Where's the confidence levels at? We've got Wacko Gov with a 7. Arthur with a 7. Madman. Well, shave my beard and call me Bird. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Let me do this very quickly. There we go. 8 would be a 4 or 9. My gut says 4-3-3. Okay, I still reckon a 4-2-3-1, but that's totally fair. 9, I'd usually not that confident, but I think we'll bounce back with a bang today. Love that, Lassie. Love that. 8.5, 7, 10, 8, 3-0 first half goal. Jesus, Oz, you're wild. Wow. 7, 8, 8, 8, 7.
Oh, blimey. You're a wind-up merchant. You are. Honestly, I no one's meant to see that. I'm doing that to Charlie to distract him.
Well, you know.
Right, can I just say, I've done it.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
How much? 4, 5, 5.
I'll split it in 2. All right, 2 winners for that.
I also like at the fact at the top of that screenshot, you can see A, you're a man who charges his phone, so good, correct. That's usually what most people will recognize. And B, you're a man who has an increased text size on. Respect it, you know.
You've done nothing, mate. You've seen my phone, right? Crazy.
I have.
Crazy. It's but basically when your children first start to read and the text is that big, that's basically I've got my it's Hungry Caterpillar font, basically, is what I would be. It takes me a long time to read a text. Morning. Scroll down. Gonzo. How? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Yes. Right. That was it. I just wanted to let you know that I'd done it. What did I say? Fluky Pookie. I think it was Fluky Pookie.
Fluky Pookie.
Right. Sorry to interrupt, Charlie. It was going really well there. I'm going to get back to picking my nose.
No worries. Enjoy that. Get in
Cheers.
there.
Bye, mate.
Get right in. Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update on the bet. There's a big one. Fluky Pookie. Get it in there quickly. You wanna? Back to where we were numbers wise. We were about here. 3.1415269 bit of pie. You'll have to see it. It's a fact, guys. 7, 8, 8, 7 even required. Here's the quiet time, to be fair. Norwich already being relegated. You'd hope they'd given up by now. I don't. You're not wrong, Ben. You're not wrong. I would also say that I don't know even if they weren't, do you know what I mean? I'm not too scared regardless. It's not one of those ones where I'm sitting here like shooketh of your boys Norwich. With all respect, I like Norwich a lot. I've even got family who sort of semi-support Norwich, so I like them a lot, but you know how these things go. You know how these things go. And lots of fluky pookies in the chat. You'll have to see it. Need a win that I could do some juggling. Enjoy some pillaging. Listen, I get involved in juggling. I'm not confident. I can juggle two balls. I can do that. Anything over that is lost on me. And I love this 10 today. Charlie feeling good on the line. 3-1. Love that, Jono. Love that. Let's get on to sub bingo, shall we? Sub bingo is, of course, the game where we predict where David Moyes will make his first substitution. You only have to give me the minute. But if you want, I'll lob the bench up there. And if you want to put a bit of sauce on it, you could say the player as well. I'm going to go 69 minutes. Obviously, you know me. And I'll say... Do you know what? I will say Souček will come on for Lanzini. Souček for Lanzini is the one I'm going to say. 69 minutes. But let me know. You only have to put in a minute. Like I say, you don't have to put in anything more than that. And that's all we need to go. I would expect Dean Smith to try and boost morale in 19th place rather than rock bottom 20th again. Yeah, going into next season, anything is a dub. Anything is a dub. You want to try and get some wins under your belt, some victories under your belt, not necessarily even in huge ways, but just anything that means you don't feel totally disheartened going into the next season. So I can respect that. Yeah, just the two. Anything more than that, no. I'm very incapable. You could describe me that in very many ways, to be fair. Noble at half time. What's the bench again? Skapau is just underneath it there. Wacko, just underneath me. 61st minute, Suchek on. Almost 600 of us connected. Football's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, flag sandwich. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. 21st minute, Boa Morty for John Carew. I got very excited because I thought you said John Cena. I'm still excited because you said John Carew. Not a transfer that worked out for us, but it was free, I guess. And could have. Remember John Carew when he was doing bits in the Premier League? Oh, man. First for 4 now, 72nd minute, 68 minute, Masuaku. Scary times. I can't lie about it. Ben Rama, 63rd minute. If we're 3 goals up, early sub, 60th minute, maybe. Michael. I like it. Saucy. I enjoy it. Probably shouldn't have said saucy. The Broomfield's good to see. 45 minutes. Johnson for Cresswell. Okay. Fredericks for Cresswell, 2 minutes. All out of bubblegum. My ass kicking friends. Scary idea. 65 minutes says Lawrence. Good to see you, by the way, sir. Hope you're well. And Auburn, 82 minutes. Okay. Got a bit of a spread on this one. Got a bit of spread. I like it. I like when there's dissent in the chat. I like when there's dissent in the chat, you know? What else we saying? Let's have a look. 64 minutes, Nobles for Pablo. It's 45 minutes, Fredericks, 80th minute. Ben Rama. I'm scrolling. Lanzini is starting again, training. Actually, that's he is starting again. Well, wax my legs and call me Wendy. It's the goal. Good to see you, Scott, and I'm glad to see you're back on your feet like the Renegade Master after the not feeling so up for the rhymes previously. Was that the last game? Was that the game before? I don't know. Time means nothing to me anymore. 73rd minute, Antonio Lanzini for Yarmolenko. 73rd minute, Johnson for Ben Rahman. Johnson on 68 minutes. 91st minute, Noble penalty sub. Oof. Evan. He'll score this time. I'll back it. Yarmolenko, Antonio at 85 minutes. 0-0, 89th minute. Masuaku on scores own goal. HDU. Scary. I respect it. Ben Rama, 68. Noble, 75th. Is he playing in is the playoffs today? The playoffs today? Also, are they even in it? I've not been keeping track. If so, I hope he plays and I hope he scores a banger. We'll see what happens in preseason. I doubt he's going to play for West Ham again, but big exciting, isn't it? I mean, I guess with the centre midfield situation, potentially, who knows? Should have said John Cena. At least the Norwich defenders can't see him. Listen, he's a big, scary man, and he's a big threat. Speaking of John Cena, have you seen Pacemaker? I have not, but I've heard very good things about him, and that Pacemaker is pretty good. I need to go and watch it though. Chuck, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. 72 minutes, Nobles for Lanzini. I'll take something good. Okay, good. Yarmolenko for Antonio, 89th minute. Yarmolenko for Antonio, 80th minute. Interesting. There's a big spread. Oh, love that. I should say, still no bells in the shop. I've had a nightmare with that. What I have done, though, I have got oranges. So if there is a moment in which we feel like we need to call upon it, we can go and grab an orange and we'll see what happens. I will probably damage myself cutting it, though, because what I've done is I've cut myself in several locations in my hand in the most manly way possible. Recycling soap is what I've done. I've damaged myself, so that'll be fun for me. We are just over 5 minutes away from kickoff, at which point I'll remind you that, hey, welcome to the watch along. We will be here throughout the entire game, half-time, full-time, and then just after full-time, of course, the live review will be on this very channel. Gonzo will be talking through, hopefully, a sunny day in Norwich, hopefully a victory sunny day in Norwich. Don't know what the weather's like. I'm just saying it, hoping. I'm just hoping for the best. Other things to make you aware of, basically, is that, patreon.com/HammerChat is a thing you could be looking into if you want. Lots of extra videos over there. It's the best way to support the channel. The earlier in the month you do it, the more bang for your buck you get. This is probably the last time we're going to say it this season, because we tend to only push it at the beginning of the month. So head on over there, Check it out. You can come on my podcast if you want to. Spanish One Hammer. We have a Patreon guest on every week, and I would love to see you over there and come on and get involved and have conversations. Other things we have on the sale on at the moment on the store to celebrate Mark Noble. That's in the description below, hammerschatstore.com. If you use the code MN16, you get 16% off all Mark Noble stuff that we have on there. We have a couple of things on there, so make sure to go and check that out. Anyway. And of course, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of it. Lots going on. Lots going on. Right, we are at 189 likes. Love to see it. Cut by soap, never mind. And Johnny Trust. Thank you very much, DBC. 5 minutes before kickoff, 4 minutes before kickoff. Let's get in there with some score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen the teams. You've picked up the vibes. What are we saying for the score? Rhymed. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff. What we say for score? Lob them in. I can't lie to you. I'm pretty confident. Norwich are down significantly. Usually I would be scared going up against teams lower down the league because they tend to play a style that doesn't super suit us. However, I can't lie to you. There is something about this one. We've played Norwich before. We've beaten Norwich before. They're not as defensive as you would expect. They haven't gone all out defense. They've gone down for a reason. And, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm vibing it. I'm saying 3-1 West Ham. I'm saying 3-1 West Ham. I'm pretty confident today. I can't lie. Did I say pacemaker? I'm an idiot, Dylan. It's peacemaker. Thank you very much. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. I'm very dumb. But yes. It's his birthday. I didn't even know it was his birthday, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just thought it was his special day, like it is every day. I didn't know it was his birthday. I apologize. I would sing happy birthday, but it is copyright infringed. And as we all know, I have the voice of an angel, and I would nail it 100% accurately, and we'd get copyright struck. So instead, what I'll just do is I'll just happy birthday, Mark. Hope that makes up for it, because I'm scared now that I'm going to get killed by the copyright police. Also, I don't want to sing. Scrolling, trying to find where the things are. There we go. We'll start from here. Theoden King, 3-1. Happy Hammers. Love that. Love that indeed. 8-0 HDU coming in. Just mad. Just mad. 3-0 Lanzini to Antonio goal all first half. Big Oz. I'm loving it. 5-0 says Spooky Duke. West Ham win 4-0. Let's do it. Love that. Joan 3-1 West Ham. Scrappy 1-0. 1-0 West Ham. 3-0. 3-0. 4-1. Big plays all around. Cut yourself on soap. I hope it was a clean cut. I didn't even recognize it was cut, right? Until I put something else on my hands like 10 minutes later, and it stung like mad. Thankfully, it's as clean as it's going to get. I'm a bit concerned about it, but what can you do? 2-1 says Rubber Fingers. 2-0. 2-1. 3-1. Let's have a look. Just looking for scores. There's a lot of confidence in the chat. I'm loving the confidence. I'm loving the absolute confidence of this. You know what I mean? It's a big play. It's a big play today. 35 today. Happy birthday, legend. Happy birthday to a legend. Can we all get happy birthdays to Mark Noble in the chat, please? Right as we're about to kick off here at Norwich. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all, bro. We got this. We got this. We got this. 3-0. They are young and fast. We're the oldest team in the Premier League and fairly so fair. 5-1 to the Hammers. 4-0. Antonio goals. 1-0 Norwich. 1-1. Hi, Charlie. Good to see you, Wedgie. Good to see you, Wedgie. 2-0. Love that. We'll take that. 6-1. 3-0. Big plays. Getting some happy birthday. Look at that. Getting some happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Look, we'd love to see it. I'm saying 3-1 Oz. I'm saying 3-1 West Ham is my bet. Now I need to actually pull up the North Idaho TV network, as it were, so I can watch the match. But yeah, I'm saying 3-1. All right. I get it. The connection was working. Damn it. Bruv, don't at me like this. Why are they atting me like this? I'm not too concerned about the loss. I can't lie. I understand why people would be, but I'm relatively confident. I think there is it's just the fact that we've done them before. If they played a style that didn't suit, if they played a style that really didn't suit us, if we had struggled against Norwich big time in the past when it comes to these sort of things, then I would probably be concerned too. But today, I don't know. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling confident. It's not too bad. We'll see how it goes, though. I might be overly confident. Remember, I have the timer up here, which will say exactly how far behind you I am. So I'll press play on that. The second we start on my screen, I will be behind you, not just because of the YouTube delay, but also the delay to North Idaho, if you get what I'm saying. If you are looking for a way to watch it, because of course it is not live on the UK for some stupid reason, then there are ways you can do it. If you scroll down into the description below, you'll find a bit there that says join our Discord. It's completely free to join. Fans of all teams welcome, but it's a lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community regardless. Get involved in conversations, but more importantly, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, you find a bit called stream links, and it will find what you're looking for. We are on the verge of kickoff at Carrow Road. This is West Ham United versus Norwich. David Moyes back in the dugout after trying to kick a ball at a small child because he was a bit annoyed. You know, it is what it is. Look at this, though. We're getting some big love for Mark Noble in the chat. Happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday, Nobes. You love to see it. Just big love. Happy birthday to the beautiful Cockney Pearl. Is Mark Noble. Yes. Happy birthday, Nobes. Happy B-Day, Noble. GP, good to see you. Love that. I think you should add 35% to your good shout. Nothing to do with me. Tell Gio. Gio is the one in charge of all that nonsense. Got nothing to do with me. Got nothing to do with me whatsoever. But I would agree with you. Listen, I would agree with you. Instead, it's only 16% off. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Now to do with me. That's to me. And the players take the knee. It is West Ham United versus Norwich City in the Premier League. It's Carrow Road, ladies and gentlemen. The race for top 6 and top 7 is well and truly on. Lanzini to kick off. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. And we are on the way. Big boot off the pitch straight away from West Ham is instantly cancelled out by Norwich because for some reason we're obsessed with doing that sort of stuff. Ryan, good to see you, bro. And Mark Noble, happy birthday. Let's just, again, come on. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All the best, Mark Noble. Love that. Love that. Happy birthday. Look at that. You love to see it. Norwich instantly putting the ball into the box and Craig Dawson just getting a touch onto it and getting it away. And Declan Rice, who's going to have a big job today, Declan. He's the only defensive midfielder in the team against a team who aren't afraid of attacking. So he's going to have a bit of a job on today. Norwich winning a throw-in. He's going to have a bit of a job on his hands today. Like I say, I think my gut says it was going to be a sort of a double pivot 4-2-3-1 with Noble and Lanzini. And Lanzini's definitely very deep. That's a good run. Whipped in, but the ball over the top. I say whipped in. It was dinked in. It was way over the top of everyone from the Norwich there. And now Bowen trying to work his way forward. Yeah, Lanzini's starting very, very deep. It looks like Fornals is starting centrally. Bowen on the right. Ben Rama on the left, Fornals in the center as a sort of in the hole behind Antonio. And yeah, Lanzini is starting in line with Declan Rice. So he's definitely in that role. And I think Pablo Fornals is playing as the cam. That's how we're seeing it so far. Listen, I hope so, Clips. I hope so. It is weather-wise, so far, can confirm it's a sunny day in Norwich. It's the vibes that I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Arthur, there's ways you can find it, sir. There's ways you can find it. UK crime, that may or may not be the way I'm watching it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Is the cardboard cutout Danny DeVito's actual height? Yeah. It is. Yeah. You know. Mark Noble chance coming from the away end. You love to see it. West Ham now trying to work their way down the left-hand side. I feel like I don't know what I want to see. Hearing shouts from the bench down the side, looking out wide for Sofao. Looking to try and put that ball in. He's getting stopped by Williams a little bit. Ball comes in. Ben Rama with the control, tries to find Antonio, hits it with his weak foot, it deflects, and we'll take a corner. We will take a corner, I'll be honest with you. We'll take a corner. It wasn't great. The ball in from Sofao, who was trying to find his way. Sofao was trying to find his way desperately to get the crossing. He does well with the initial dummy past Brandon Williams, and then gets a ball in, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't really to anyone that could attack it as much. Bit of trickery from side Ben Rama, doesn't pay off, but it does land at Antonio, who plays with his foot. Cross comes in from the corner, and we win another corner. It was into a decent enough area, but just not incredible. It's not incredible. I want to see 3 or 4 quick goals for us. Yeah, I back that. I will 100% back that. Listen, if we could get a goal early, that would be huge for us today. I can't lie, that would be huge for us. Lanzini whips it in, header just over from Craig Dawson. Yeah, an early goal would be beautiful today. Obviously, I want to see as many goals as humanly possible, all of the time. Score every minute, ideally. But an early goal would be a beautiful thing to see today. It would settle the nerves. Although we don't seem too nervous right now. We're playing with a little bit of confidence. We've got a lot of people, a lot of attacking players on. And I'm looking at the likes of sort of Bowen there, who's looking lively. We don't seem to be too deeply affected by confidence. I'm scared that if we concede, it will knock us a bit. But right now we're going well, and I've got confidence in the mentality that it will be okay. I know there's a lot of concern about the idea of us a big ball forward from Norwich, and they've got the ball here. It's Rashika, who's looking to try and cut inside onto his strong right foot. Manuel Lanzini, that's a good tackle, to be fair to him. Inside the area, goes down to tackle him as well. Scary moment. He does really well. And now Bowen and Sofao flying down this right-hand side. Pace for days. Oh, that's a beautiful ball by Sofao. And Antonio just couldn't quite get the touch. I think if he left it, it would have been better, but it's ended up at the feet of Ben Rama anyway. He puts it into a dangerous area, but Hanley's there to get it out. It was a really nice, quick counter-attack there. We did well. Something we just didn't do in the Frankfurt game. Trying to work our way down that left-hand side again, and we've want to throw in the corner quadrant, a very advanced position. We'll take that. We'll take that. No red card goal conceded yet. Come on, G. It's going well. We have printers near us that do cutouts, just order power to carry an effect. Big. I respect that. I'm thinking about getting another, but we'll see. Bowen lays it short to Lanzini, who from the outside of the area looks to try and just ping it, bend it in. But he gets a corner. Shot deflects off a Norwich player, and Krul can't stop it from going out. It's a corner. I should say as well, by the way, thank you to Callum, Phil, Will, and Chris. Will, if you're still here, I know Gonzo forgot to thank you. It went by very, very quickly in the chat, and I know he was looking down to do the bet or something at the time, so I should thank you as well. But thank you, everyone, for the full-time fund, of course. I should say that. Whipped in, looking to try and find Ben Rama at the back post. Can't quite find it, and now Declan Rice, just good pace, wins a throw-in. Good pace, wins a throw-in on, I think it was Billy Gilmore. Into Antonio, that's a good touchdown that time, and then looking to try and make the run around back, couldn't quite make it, but it was a nice touch. It's going to be a Norwich throw very, very deep in the half. It was good. It was for the ball forward to Antonio was exactly what we keep trying to do, and there's been games recently where he's done a lot better with the knockdowns, a lot better at creating second ball opportunities, winning the first ball. It didn't work at all against Frankfurt. We really struggled with that. And it hasn't worked in other games as well. It's been one of those ones where it's worked 50% of the time. And so far today, it's worked 50% of the time. But that time was really nice. The ball got played into his chest, and his first touch control down was really good into the path of Fornals. And it just didn't quite work out. And that's a long ball to Jarrod Bowen is really nice. Trying to take on Brandon Williams, pulls it across with his weak foot. And to be fair, it's a very good tackle in the end by Grant Hanley. I say tackle, just cutting that one out. But it was good stuff. Norwich passing it around, looking to try and find their space forward here. Norwich playing the ball around in the centre of the park. Playing it around comfortably, but not really going anywhere with it. Not really coming up with much. Found a bit of space now down this left-hand side. And then they're forced back again. It's good defensive work by West Ham, cutting out the passing lanes. This is some prime David Moyes West Ham defending right now. Having said that, they'll definitely go and score now. Norwich tried to play their way through, and there was an opportunity to, but an errant pass doesn't quite work. Ball forward, can't quite find Pablo Fornals. Norwich recollect it, and once again get to try again. Let's try again. I would take Williams at left back. Maybe. I maybe would. For those of you looking for a way to play to watch the game, it's definitely ways to do it. Would I take Williams? I probably would. I can't lie. I know left back is now all of a sudden on the front of everyone's mind after what happened on Thursday. But yeah, I probably would. I don't know if I'd take him as our first choice starting next season. I don't know if I'm confident enough in him to do that. I'd take him in the squad, but I don't know if he'd want to come in and play second fiddle here. Would you want to play second fiddle here or just play second fiddle at Man United? Do you know what I mean? You'd probably play second fiddle at Man United. Although, to be fair, he's got 2 better left backs ahead of him. Although, to be fair, with a new manager coming in, who knows? We'll see. Arsenal are 2-0 up versus Leeds already. What? Pardon? What do you mean, my good soul? What do you mean? Allow. Declan Rice collects the ball and just wins a throw-in off it. 10 minutes in. Oh, he didn't even win a throw. It didn't go out, but we still got the ball. So, scenes. 10 minutes in, it's not been too bad. Not been the most comfortable. It's not a scintillating performance by any stretch of imagination, but certainly the better team. The better team right now. Not really coming up with many shots on the end of it. We are coming up with corners, but you know, Bowen doing really well there to keep that one in. I thought it was destined to go out, but Bowen does really well, and Fornals wins a throw in. We love to see it. We'll take that. So far, that's a good smart throw. Looking for try and find Pablo Fornals. We'll take it though. My name is Ludo Miklosko. We'll take that. Because starting strong was important to this game. And I think we've started relatively strong. Not this scintillating flying performance or anything. But in general, I think we've done pretty well. Cresswell goes down. Referee waves play on. Down the left-hand side with Said Benrahma. Lays it short to Pablo Fornals, who whips it in. Bowen's there. Just didn't run back. Couldn't quite find him. Declan Rice with a nice bit of control there. Very nice control, actually. To be fair, Declan Rice. Very nice control. Fair play, sir. Fair play. Just forced slightly back. But yeah, not a scintillating, fiery, all-powerful start. We've not really popping off shots in any dangerous sort of way. But we are definitely on top, and we're sort of knocking slowly on the door. Starting to find those corners, and that's what we'll take. You know, it's not one of those ones where we're looking fine. We're kicking them down, we're kicking them from the start, just absolutely destroying them. But starting strong to show that we could move forward in this game in a positive light. We're playing it out to the left or to the right hand side now. Lanzini finds Sofao. I need to at some point learn how to say that name. Lanzini tries to play it in. Bowen, first touch was awkward, but it lands to Fornals back to Bowen, out wide to Benrahma, who hits it. Deflects. Awful from Tim Krul. Benrahma gets the goal. 1-0 to West Ham, 12 minutes in. I feel almost guilty celebrating it because it was so just. But Benrahma gets the goal. You love to see it. We needed it. Goes across to the bench and hugs Mark Noble. We'll take that. 1-0 to West Ham. And I'm not complaining whatsoever. The ball gets played across. We'll look at the replay here, actually. Sofao. God damn it. It's played into Bowen, whose first touch is bad, but Fornals is there to pick up the pieces. Back to Bowen. Bowen plays it across to Benrahma. Nice first time pass out to him. Just fires it into him. He's got a bit of space. Puts it in on his strong foot. Hits it. Does it take how big of a deflection does it take? Takes a deflection off Aarons. It's, to be fair to Tim Krul, I was cruel on him. It takes a bigger deflection from Max Aarons than I thought it would. Or West Ham are attacking again. They've come back from kickoff straight away. And Norwich managed to stop that one. It takes a bigger deflection off Max Aarons than I initially thought. And it hits Tim Krul, gets a hand to it, but can't stop it. And it's 1-0 West Ham. We'll take that. I feel almost guilty celebrating that one, the way that one happened. But listen, 1-0 West Ham. Ben Rama with a goal. You love to see it. You love to see it. I've been going with courting Trini. Bo is on fire, and he's courting Danny Dyer. You know, give a bit of civility, a bit of a gentlemanly atmosphere. You know, terrible goal, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Listen, we did the hard work, and then the luck went our way. Luck hasn't been going our way too much recently, so we'll take it. Mulch, good to see you. By the way, Mulch Mike 128. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube already, go and check him out. Good Rocket League content, but more importantly, is the person who made this graphic. So if you haven't already, do go and check out Mulch Mike 128 on YouTube. Go check it out. That is a good point that I had not seen, Scott. Diop is not on the bench. Is he back injured again? I'm a bit concerned. I'd not noticed that at all. Good to see you, Leon. Hope you're well, bro. Hope things are all good. A goal from open play too. I know. Shocking, isn't it? Shocking, isn't it? We'll take it. West Ham playing the ball around now. Like I said, confident performance. We've not really had the shots come off for us, but the second we do, it ends up in a goal. So we'll take that. It might have taken a deflection on the way. Fine. Not fast. I'll take 4 of those if we win 4-0. Do you know what I mean? I'm not... Today of all days, usually I'm usually someone who wants to play good football. I'm usually someone who wants to win in that sort of term. Antonio pressing Tim Krul there, just forcing him with a big boot. I care a lot about that kind of stuff. You know, I'm one of these people who will talk about the West Ham way. I don't say it in those terms, but, you know, talking about playing football the right way, attractive, attacking, exciting, entertaining football, right? But some days, there are days you just need a win. And I think today is one of those days, you know? We'll take, even if it was just, even if we did this and we just played this tone, this pace for the rest of the game in control, but it was just 1-0, fine with that. Happy with that. To be fair, we're playing okay football, but not incredible, just okay. But yeah, it's a game today. Given what happened with Manchester United, given what happened against Frankfurt, we need a win, and so that sort of supersedes that. Although today we're keeping possession of the ball, we're playing it around. I mean, that's more out of necessity than anything else, but you know, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. No centre-back tells me that Elise and Co are never going to play. Probably, Steve. I can't lie to you, probably. Yeah, we need a win today no matter what. Strongly agree, Lawrence. It's just the vibe I think we need today. You know, the results have all gone the ways in which which necessitate us just getting a win. Cresswell in an interesting position in the corner quadrant, looking for Saib and Rahman. Norwich have defended that one relatively well. Zini gives him an option slightly deeper. Looking for Antonio, doesn't work out. Grant Hanley does well. Grant Hanley playing all right today, to be fair. Just cuts that one out. Morning, Todd. Good to see you, sir. Hope things are all good in Boston, Mass. You've only missed a goal. We've only missed a goal. Ben Rama scored. It was a decent little finish, deflected, to be fair. So not the most incredible goal you're ever going to see in your life, but we'll take it, Todd. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Massive respect for Fabs, but Ariola's been impressive this season. Are we keeping or not? I think we should. I would love us to. I would love us to. I don't know what's going to happen to the goalkeeper situation. We are in that unique situation where all four of our first team goalkeepers, which is insane that we even have 4 to begin with, are out of contract. And so lots of discussions need to be made. Fabianski will almost certainly be staying. He said essentially that he signed a new contract, although it's not been officially announced as far as I'm aware, but he's almost certainly staying. Outside of that, we'll see. But I would like it. I would like Areola to stay. I really, really like Areola. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be a corner for Norwich. They also want to take it, whips it in. Hanley was in there. Oh, Leafs hitting it from range, just tries to swaz. Doesn't quite happen. And now West Ham can come away with it. Handball, maybe a bit harder done by there. I think it bounced up onto his hand, but it definitely did hit his hand. I can understand why it was given, to be fair. I think it was a bit too close to be. That wasn't for me. He's striking from range, could hit from range. He said that he signed a new extension, but it hasn't been announced publicly as far as I'm aware. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has there been and by publicly what I mean is something on the club website that says Fab signs contract extension? As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen it, but he said in an interview in the Polish media, I think it was when he was away on international duty, I want to say potentially when he was announcing his retirement and stuff, that he was staying for another year. So he's almost certainly staying. Pookie looking to try and find his way into a shooting position, and it does get a... Oh, it was offside. He tried to make his way onto a strong foot to get into a shooting position. The run was decent, but couldn't quite find the end. It was offside, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have 4 Champions League level players: Rice, Bowen, Zuma, Areola. It depends what you class as Champions League players. In the Premier League, yes. I think we have 4 players who could play in the top. I think we have 3 players who could play in the top 4. And I would say that's Rice, Zuma, and Areola comfortably. I think Bowen could potentially get there. I personally wouldn't say yet, but I think he could potentially get there. And to be fair, on this season's form, he could. But I'd want to see it for a bit longer before I would say he could comfortably do it. But if I was a top 4 team or a team hoping to fight for top 4 and I was looking for a right winger, I would consider taking a punt on him. If you're talking about just Champions League in general as a competition, as opposed to just the top 4 in the Premier League, I think there's a few more players I would include in that. Foul, I would include in that. I would include Fornals. In fact, I'd say Fornals is a top 4 player, but that's just me. I understand I'm way too pro on that one. I would say Souček. I know most people wouldn't after this season, but I would. Yeah. I think there's things. Look at that. Belcar's literally said exactly what I've just said as well. There you go. Lofted over top looking for Pookie, but just a little bit too far ahead, and Dawson and Fab's clash. They're all fine. But that ball over the top was looking for Timo Pookie, couldn't quite find it. I just heard that exact same thing as I read your comment. I just heard it, Trini. I just heard it. Mr. Industrious. There are ways you can find it, sir. Played down the line for Norwich, looking down to attack down his right-hand side. It's a good block, though. Good cut out by Aaron Cresswell. It's an important game for him today to step up, and I think he's done... I don't think he's done anything wrong at all today. Norwich from a throw-in, trying to work their way in. Ball deep, and good defending by Foul, and Fabianski comes collect it. I'm really making an effort to say that. That's a great shout, actually, Ogbonna. Yeah, if Ogbonna came back the way, to be fair, I forgot Ogbonna existed. If Ogbonna came back the way he went out, not getting injured, I mean, if he came back with the form, then definitely, yeah, I would strongly agree with that, to be fair. I'd strongly agree to that. Ouchie. I said that out loud. Just smashed my hands. Let's go, boys. Let's go. West Ham playing the ball around, looking for Declan Rice to spread with a big diag out to Sofal. I'm really trying hard now. I'm really making it my life's goal to say his name correctly. Oh, my back today is screwed. Oh, it's been good before today. Today's just gone wrong. This has been our game. We need a... I'm not entirely comfortable. Norwich haven't had nothing, but they've not really had much, but they haven't had nothing. And it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. That's a nice turn by Said Benrahma, who then takes on the... took on Aaron's, but apparently was offside. Nicely done. It's nicely done, but offside is the call. Offside is the call. He was offside, and it was the second pass. The initial ball over the top looking for Benrahma wasn't, but the secondary pass was. I'm going to have to build out more of this, right? You're going to see a duvet now, right? You have to ignore the way I live my life. That is a duvet next to my computer. Don't ask questions. I'm cold sometimes. I'm just trying to build up something for my back to actually lean on. There we go. There we go. This is massively uncomfortable, but it will do. Yeah, we're not massive. It's not massively. We're better. We're the better team, and we're leading. But it's one of those ones where I'm looking at it and I'm not like overly. I'm not confident they won't score. Now I said, of course, 3-1. So I said they'd score at some point anyway. But I thought that would be once we were a little bit later into the game. Yellow card, I think, for Jared Bowen there. Shocks. I'm not gonna lie. Not really much in that. Not really much in that. Brandon Williams was coming down the left-hand side. That sounds correct, doesn't it? Said it now out loud. Brandon Williams was attacking down the left-hand side. And Jared Bowen just sort of ankle clips, you know, one of those ones where he sort of runs behind him. Not really much to be said. I'm not sure, but he gets a yellow card anyway, so he's just going to have to be a bit more aware for the rest of the game. Norwich going to take the free kick now, whip it in from the left-hand side, nodded away. Dinked back across from Norwich. Oh, good volley. Dawson, there's a huge shout for handball from the Norwich fans and the Norwich players, but it's dropped out. It's going to be checked by VAR regardless, but play will continue otherwise. It's going to be a corner. I'm not sure who that was, but it was a lovely piece of technique from whoever the Norwich number 8 is. Trying to see who it was, and I missed out. Bounces up off his final to shoulders. Nothing to be said there for a handball, but it was a great hit. Comes up, scissor kick. Love to see that. Love to see that. Norwich take it short. Gilmore. It was Gilmore the one who did it. But the ball was not great, and now West Ham can come away with the ball. Antonio down the left-hand side tries to find Pablo Fornals. It's just a little bit too far ahead of him, but we do win a throw regardless. Aarons is down, holding his ankle. It seemed like much went on, so I'm a bit concerned about him. Don't want to see anyone get injured. Not really much to be said in terms of foul or anything, but him and Fornals just clash. What would you say is the most shocking game of the season? Brentford, Liverpool, Palace. To be honest with you, the Brighton game from yesterday is probably up there. I mean, smacking United around 4-0. I know that. No, I know Brightford. I know Brighton and are a good team, and Man United are far from being in flowing form. But to be honest with you, that was mad. 2 goals in like a minute or whatever it was. I clicked on at 2-0. Like 30 seconds later, it was 4. It was mad. and they were just getting pulled apart. Getting to see the replay a couple of times of the goal there. Yeah, it is unfortunate for Tim Krul there. I was way too harsh on him in the initial reaction. He tries quickly to get his hand to it, just can't make it happen. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. Punting forward, looking for Jared Bowen, taken down by Brandon Williams in a decent position. We're talking the corner quadrant here. We're talking just slightly in from the corner in terms of longitude and latitude on the pitch, slightly further in. And we'll take that. We'll take that. A corner kick in anything but name. The ball over the top for Jared Bowen is... it's practically the exact same thing that happened up the other end where Jared Bowen got a yellow card, to be fair, except with a little bit more harrying in terms of stuff from Brandon Williams there, but it is what it is. So, corner / free kick. From the right-hand side, Jared Bowen's going to be the one to take it. He's standing over it. The big men are up. The big boys are there. Zuma, Dawson in the area. Byron marking Craig Dawson. Good luck with that, mate. Good luck with that. Antonio's there. Rice is there. Whipped in. Headed up very, very high from Norwich. Second one bounces away again, but Lanzini manages to head it towards Jared Bowen, who then threatens to take on Brandon Williams down this left-hand side, or Norwich's left-hand side, but instead plays it across to the opposite side of the pitch. Aaron Cresswell on the ball. That's an attempted lofted pass to Ben Rama, who does very well, to be fair. He's pulled back, but the referee waves play on. I tell you what, Ben Rama does very well. That Declan Rice first touch was probably the best, but then Ben Rama's just outdone him then. That was very good. Lanzini picks up the ball in the center of the park, trying to get forward, finds Bowen in a good area, plays it through, looking for Antonio, maybe a bit too far. Oh, it's awful by Norwich, and it's 2-0. My God. You hate to see it. If you're a Norwich fan, you hate to see it. 2 goals, both of which you have to say Norwich weren't entirely faultless in. And easy as you like, West Ham are 2-0 up. Easy as you like, West Ham are 2-0 up. Lanzini does well to advance with the ball, plays it into the path of Jared Bowen, whose ball through to Antonio was a nice idea, but he was never really making it. He was second best to both. I think it was Sam Byram defending him, maybe. No, it was Grant Hanley who was all over him, stopping him. And then Tim Krul was going to get there first. Tim Krul comes out, tries to get a hand onto it. Again, it's just awkwardly done straight. He gets a touch on it. It's palmed off of Antonio's ankles, essentially. And it's 2-0. Antonio gets to tap in. And now West Ham on the attack again, straight away from kickoff. This could be a long day for Norwich. Bowen finds Fornals out wide to Ben Rama. Looking to try and find something, anything played in. Deflects. Antonio headers it down. Hit. There's so many opportunities. Bowen, what the hell just happened? Bowen is laughing, and I think it's because he probably absolutely pole drive that one. I'm hearing the words VAR about one of the other shots. We'll see what happens. The ball comes forward. Oh my God, that so many things happen there. Ben Rama picks it up on the left, cuts inside onto his stronger foot, tries to whip it in towards Antonio. It deflects, but Antonio does get the header down. Fornals hits it off of Antonio's header strongly. There is a hint of handball there, I think, from Sam Byram, although I don't know how I feel about it. It might be shouldered more than anything else. And then Bowen, to be fair, we could call it a sitter, but I do think he would probably have saved it regardless, because Bowen was here and Krul was here. However, VAR says no on the handball. However, Bowen in the 6-yard box hits it, and holy moly, does it go? Did that go out for a throw-in? If from the 6-yard box, he smiled, because Jesus Christ, how can you not? But mate, I crazy. Like I say, I think it's maybe I think we can all say it was a sitter, and it probably definitely was. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It probably was a sitter. But at the same time, Tim Krul was right next to him. I probably would have had to save. However, my God, I'm not entirely certain how that didn't at least hit the target. How that didn't at least hit the target. Still. Norwich now have the ball and are playing it around. Look, a sunny day in Norwich is potentially in full effect again here. 2 goals, 2 unlucky sort of second one more of a mistake than unlucky. First one was more unlucky, but it's exactly what we needed. I said we needed early goals. Probably we were talking about scoring in the first half. You know, I can't remember who it was. Oz, I think, saying 3-0 at halftime and all this other sort of stuff. You know, it's one of those games where, like I said, we needed the win, and getting ahead at this rate in this way, I'm all for it. It's going to be a corner this time for Norwich up the other end on the right-hand side. Whipped in, Sorensen's in there, tries to get his head on it, but Mikel Antonio's there. I hate the fact Mikel Antonio comes back for corners. I understand it, but it just frustrates me that there's no one forward from corners when we can counter-attack. But I get it. Osai Benrahma battles well there with Dowell and comes away with the ball, tries to play it out to Pablo Fornals, can't quite find him. Lease back out to Dowell. He's got people in the centre. He tries to find his way in there. To be fair, good defending. Good defending from that to stop from that from going out for a corner for Norwich. The clearance, though, not great. Straight back into the path of Norwich. Norwich with a little spell of possession here. Trying to find a way in as the North Idaho TV network just lets me down a little bit for a minute. Let's hope it can it resolve itself. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. There's a moment there where it went a bit weird. Norwich having a good spell here where they're just sort of knocking on the door a little bit, trying to. They found the ball in a couple of times, but no one getting on the end of it. No one getting on the end of it, so not entirely comfortable. Not entirely comfortable. Now Jared Bowen can come away with the ball. Can't quite find it forward. We've managed to survive that. We've managed to survive that spell, and Norwich instantly sort of start dropping back further and further, and we can retake the possession and the sort of position we've been in for most of this game. It's an interesting challenge today. It's an interesting challenge today because it's one of those ones where we are going to have a lot of the ball, and how do we make the most of that? Usually when we have a lot of the ball, it's quite bad for us. It's not really our bag. We're not used to dominating possession and doing stuff like that, but we're doing that today. We're having a lot of the ball, and Norwich is sort of letting off us. That's good. That's a good play out to the left-hand side from Norwich. A robust challenge, and all of a sudden they're in. It's Richitsa. They're playing it around on this left-hand side, trying to find space for a cross. And it's forced back. Forced back. A lot of boos happening for some reason. Oh, it's because Antonio's still down. Antonio went down at some point and stayed down for a minute or something. And there was lots of boos coming from the Norwich end. Norwich carried on playing and until the boos rang out a little bit louder. It was a robust challenge from Sam Byram. I respect it. I can't act like I don't. I can't act like I don't respect it. Sam Byram is the one who takes out former teammate Mikel Antonio. Ball was played into him, and he just utterly went through it to get the ball. Not a foul, in my opinion. He gets the ball. I think that's completely and utterly okay. It's robust. It's not a foul. But Mikel Antonio is a fragile boy. Doesn't look it, but he is, and you can't blame him too much for what just happened. Mikel Antonio getting a goal. Listen, if there's one team Mikel Antonio wanted to face when he's on a goal drought, I mean, I would have preferred away to Norwich happen, maybe halfway through the season, maybe earlier, to continue to get some form. But it's the game like today. Mikel Antonio will score away to Norwich. It's just what he does. It's just what he does. Sunny day out in Norwich. It's just what he does. He's still down at the moment here, by the way. We're getting a period of downness because of Mikel Antonio. I think at least I listen. Very, very Wilfred Zaha. Mikel Antonio is now sort of hobbling off the pitch in a lot of pain. Him and Byram just high-fiving. Antonio is coming off. I don't know if he's going to stay off. We'll see what happens. Always play your best players in their best positions. Bowen be best on the right. That's how I agree. If Antonio does have to come off, I wouldn't not understand Bowen going up front because we don't have another striker. Although maybe Yarmolenko up top could do a job today, but I strongly agree with you here, HDU. I strongly agree with you. Was Elisa injured? Don't know, Phil. Just not there, is he? He's just not there. He's not going to play. Moyes doesn't want to play him. Let's be real about it. Moyes doesn't want to play youth players in general. It's just a fact of life at this point. We just have to accept it. Give Vlasic a go, Bowen up top. Do you know what, Vlasic? I'd like to see Vlasic play, but he'd be shoved out wide again. He'd be shoved. Mikel Antonio's back on the pitch. He'd be shoved out wide, though, wouldn't he? Play continues. Mikel Antonio's on the pitch. He'd be shoved out wide, and I want him to be in and around. I mean, I guess you could. I don't know. My brain's not fully active to try and put the puzzle pieces together to try and figure out whatever the hell that would be. I would want to see. What I'm trying to say is I'd like to see Vlasic in the number 10 role. And I don't know if, Antonio is moving very gingerly right now. The ball got played over the top to him. Yeah, he's gone back down. Our only striker, ladies and gentlemen, on the run to a top 6 potentially, has just gone down once again. I think he's going to have to come off. I'd like to see Vlasic in the number 10 position, but that would probably mean Yarmolenko's the one who's going to be coming on. That would probably mean that you'd move Bowen. I mean, it doesn't matter now because we know Yarmolenko's coming up. The point let's just finish making the point so it's out of my head and I don't think about it for the rest of my life. I would have liked to see Vlasic come on. I would agree. I would like to see him in the number 10 position, which would probably necessitate Pablo Fornals moving out to the right and Jared Bowen up front, which I would sort of be okay with. But I want to see Vlasic in that sort of number 10 position. Still, Andre Yarmolenko to come on here. That's a really nice turn there. Really nice turn by, I think it was, not sure who it was. I think it was Pablo Fornals. Maybe Rice plays it out to Jared Bowen. Mikel Antonio's back up and he's trying to move around again. He's moving a bit more freely now. I assume he's still going to come off because, of course, Yarmolenko was stripped off and ready and getting instructions. So I assume that Antonio's going to come off, but he is up and moving a little bit more freely. If there is any doubt, then he has to come off. He just has to come off. Given the fact we only have one striker, we just cannot risk having a knocked Mikel Antonio on the pitch. Throw from West Ham on the left-hand side finds Declan Rice. We're knocking on the door in a big way here. So we're not knocking on the door. We're on the garden path. We're trying to find the door. Where's the door? Where's the door? You know what I mean? Where's the door? Where's the door? You know what I mean? Where's the door? Where's the door? We're on the garden path. We're finding that we can see the door. We're just not quite completing the knock. You know? West Ham now spreading the play across to the left-hand side. Yarmolenko's put his bib back on. And he's out warming up still, but he's put his bib back on. Side Benrahma. Oh, Pablo Fornals. I think it was Side Benrahma went down there. So we're going to get a free kick on the left-hand side. This one isn't quite a... Pablo Fornals. Yeah, probably a foul. Gilmore just clips Pablo Fornals' ankles into each other. Mikel Antonio, it's his side that looks like it's hurting. Yeah, Yarmolenko's put his bib back on, but he is warming up. It wouldn't surprise me if Antonio plays until half-time. But Antonio's talking to Kurt Zuma there. He's shaking his head. He's saying something, and he doesn't look comfortable at whatsoever. I suspect it will be a halftime substitution. Moyes talking to Mark Noble. Potentially we might see him come on as a sub as well. But yeah, Yarmolenko is warming up now. Hanley and Antonio just having a quick conversation there. A bit concerned about Antonio. He doesn't even look like he looks like me right now. Just uncomfortable and very strong. I enjoyed my own joke a bit too much there. Cross went in above Mikel Antonio. West Ham recollect the ball with Saïd Benrahma, but loses out to it. Ismail and Saïd Benrahma just cuts him down there. Referee waves play on regardless. And forward they come, and Declan Rice just comes in and just pushes the player down. I'm not sure who it was, and West Ham can attack. This is a really good opportunity. Benrahma, there was an opportunity to maybe find Antonio. Doesn't go for it. Maybe because Antonio was injured. Tried to find Bowen. Deflects, and West Ham continue to have possession of the ball, working this way down this left-hand side, trying to find some space. Pablo Fornals is out there. Him and Saïd Benrahma just sort of trading positions at the moment. Saïd Benrahma taking up that sort of number 10 role. Pablo Fornals out wide. And now it's played all the way back to sort of the defense of West Ham, who are passing it around really uncontested and relatively comfortably right now. Norwich just holding firm in their positions, not really pressing too much, not really making too much of an issue. Big searching ball forward, looking for Pablo Fornals. Can't quite find him. Mikel Antonio can't win the second ball either. Billy Gilmore plays it forward. They tried to cut it out there, Lanzini, but it doesn't quite work. Norwich can come away with it. Pukki into the path. That's a nice ball over the top. Finds Timo Pukki. It's a good opportunity for Norwich here. If they can get ball in. Fires it in low. It was a difficult one. It was a pullback. It was ones we struggle with, but Sofao deals relatively well with it. Norwich still have the ball on the edge of the area, trying to find their way in. Not really much incisive or quick passing going on. A shot from range from Sorensen instead is blocked. And now West Ham can come away with it. Benrahma with a nice first touch, lays it into the path of, I think, Lanzini. And now they play away. Bowen, Antonio's there. It's a great opportunity, but Bowen can't quite find him. Antonio would have been through one-on-one there if he was able to be found. It's very Mikel Antonio to get a goal and then go down injured, isn't it? Could have happened, but doesn't quite. West Ham still maintain possession of the ball, but in a less advanced position than they were in. Declan Rice plays it out to that left-hand side, finds Aaron Cresswell. Playing the ball around calmly again. There's been a lot of this today of West Ham just being in control of it, just passing it around in a calm manner. Judas, my trustworthy friend, I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Hope things are all good for you. Better late than never. Very much so. Very much so. Should take Antonio off at half-time rather than make the injury worse. Strongly agree with you, Kieran. I strongly agree with you. I don't think we need him. Look, realistically, we do not need him on the pitch right now. And he's incredibly injury prone. So just get him off and rest him, because we've got a big moment. We've got a big couple of games ahead of him. Bowen, this is a good opportunity for Bowen. Hits it. Good block by Sam Byron, but all of a sudden it looked like it was opening up for a Jared Bowen shot. Norwich passing it around in their defensive area. Good ball forwards. Cuts it forward. This is a good opportunity potentially for Norwich. On the ball spun in an awkward way for Pukki. If that spun forward, he looked like he had the race on Kurt Zuma as well, but the spin just helps out Kurt big time there. Norwich just, it's like Grant Hanley. It was Grant Hanley just wrestling Saïd Benrahma onto the floor. Got a minute, just over a minute until half time. It was 3 minutes was the stoppage time. So just over, just over a minute until half time to go. Played down that right hand side here. It's Vladimir Sofao. Declan Rice collects the ball, looking more central now. West Ham got sort of overload opportunities on this right hand side. Fornals, that's a nice idea to try and find Sofao, but doesn't quite work out. Rachika gets back well and stops that one. It's going to be a throw in in the corner quadrant for West Ham on the right hand side. Quickly taken. Been only a game where Norwich have challenged our throw-in so little that even we've been able to make them work. Taken quickly and played the ball around. It's into the path of Manuel Lanzini, who's just opened up for him. Finds Bowen, pulls it back across. Benrahma's there. It's 3. It's 3. We'll take it. Saeed Benrahma with his second goal of the day. It's Norwich 0, West Ham United 3. Easy as you like. It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy. A sunny day in Norwich 2.0 is in full effect right now. It was a nice idea pass to hit. The pass by Lanzini now down the line to Jared Bowen is nice. Just slipped through. Bowen in a good area, pulls it back perfectly for Saeed Benrahma. Antonio was making himself his presence in the center of the box, but pulled back for Saeed Benrahma just on the edge. Bounces up from him. And to be fair, one of those ones where it's not super easy. It's not super easy to do. It's rising, but he runs onto it, hits it over the top of Tim Krul. Can't make it. 3-0. Love to see it. Oz, you were 100% correct, sir. I called it. I don't know if you saw. About 10 minutes ago, I said we were talking about getting early goals. Oz even said 3-0 at halftime. And Oz, you were bang on, my friend. 3-0. There is the halftime whistle. It is Norwich 0, West Ham United 3. And I need to message you about 2 spanners. I also need to reply to the Patreon messages, but I need to reply to you. But after this, I will message you about 2 spanners, which is, of course, the Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. If you want to get involved, you can at patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Feel free to, ladies and gentlemen. You can come on the show with me and Ray. Yeah, it's I can't lie to you. It's easy. It's easy. 3-0. And I'm not going to say we don't deserve it, because we've definitely been the better team. But in reality, 3-0 is certainly how would I say it? Maybe flattering us a little bit. Flattering us. We've definitely been completely in control of this game. Don't get me wrong. And if we look at the stats, if we pull up the stats very quickly, where's the button I'm looking for? It's this one. If we look at the stats very quickly, you can see like possession has been all ours, shots has been all ours. We really are dominating them in that instance. But 3, and it's comfortable as well. Norwich not really doing much with it yet to have a shot on target, have Norwich, whereas we've been obviously pretty dominant. It's one of those games where like I don't think 3-0 fully represents it. It's not like we've been utterly destroying them, but it's one of those days that Norwich fans are going to want to forget pretty quickly, because the performance has not been anywhere near good enough. He's certainly on for it, Fraser. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets it. I can't lie. It would not surprise me if he gets it. Today of all days, I think he actually might, to be fair. I love how attacking was gone. Yeah, to be fair, and it's worked out comfortably. You look at those possession stats we were just looking at. You have to respect it. I think there's been we've gone for it, right? And Lanzini has played as part of the double pivot. He's just taken up the Souček role, right? But it's Manuel Lanzini playing it. But he's been effective in that role, and he gets involved further up the pitch, and it gives you just that little bit more. We've been that little bit more incisive today than we have been, not only of late, but usually in general throughout the entire course of the season. We've been that little bit more incisive, which has really helped us. Bowen's been getting in and around the shots and stuff. He's getting 2 assists. Antonio's been getting in and around the shots. Benrahma's got 2. Fornals has been getting involved. It gives us that little bit more. That means that when we do have the lion's share of possession like we do today, and we knew we were going to do today, we're just a bit more comfortable in possession. Lanzini for me is not a long-term solution as a DM by any stretch of imagination. But specifically in games like today, he's the perfect guy to do it. Because again, in possession, we're just a lot more comfortable, and we have significantly more possession than him. I think it's worked out perfectly for us. It's worked out perfectly for us, Jay. Good to see. Lanzini for Souček today was very cool. Definitely was, Paul. Definitely was. 100%. 100%. It's like a training preseason game. Yeah, and it kind of has that pace about it, Chris. And I'm completely okay with that. I'll be honest with you. I'm completely okay with that. I'm not one of these. Look, as much as I like to see us go hard, a sunny win on our way to a solid victory in Norwich, I'll take that. I'll take that. A sunny day out every single day. Every single day. He needs the confidence, does our Benny. Looks lethal without Souček, having Benny, Lanzini, Fornals instead of Souček holding us back. Yeah, I disagree with the Souček point. But Yeah, I strongly agree. I strongly agree. The rest of it, we look. I don't want to say, the thing is I don't want to say lethal. Lethal, I feel like, is maybe even a step too far. We just look competent. It's really difficult. It's really. I will check. It's really difficult because I don't think lethal is the word. It's competent, and in a game like today against a team like Norwich, who are playing the way they're playing, competency is all you need. Competency is really all you need. Just make it frustrating, make it difficult for them, make it so we're just sitting on top of them, and we sort of were for most of the time. Not to be too negative, but honestly, Norwich is so poor that it would be completely incorrect to get any ideas about Benny or Souček based off this game. That's my opinion. I think we're seeing Ben Rama in the best positions possible. This is the thing I like about Ben Rama, is when he's in these positions. James is in the chat, and James will. I've spoken about it with James on E20's own TV, which is, if you haven't subscribed to, subscribe already. James will know I've spoken about this with him. Is the idea of when we're playing Ben Rama and he gets put into what I call the corner quadrant, it doesn't really, that's not his strength. Ben Rama's strength is coming in on the left-hand side, off the left-hand side, into the sort of central areas and getting involved there, either in terms of assists or shots. That's his strength. And today we're seeing that. It's got nothing to do with, Norwich are giving him the space to do that, but that's fully working for him, and you can see that he's popping off shots. He's getting involved in a lot of everything, and when he's out in that sort of corner quadrant, he's less effective, and I think that works for him. But again, it's not something we can really read into too much in terms of how good they are, how bad they are, in terms of him, in terms of Souček, in terms of anyone, but specifically in terms of effectiveness. That's how to get the best out of Cy Ben Rama, and it's working today. Right, where are we at? Love to see Ben Rama get a hat trick. Yeah, I strongly agree. So good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Our passing, especially to feet, is as bad as most games. Luckily, we're playing against Norwich. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit better, but I don't necessarily disagree with you, Schizo. It's all going well. As me and Scott had a bell. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I wish I could get involved with you. If I could, I would. I'm sorry. But not to be today. How was the second goal? Stream messed up when it happened. The second goal was poor from Tim Krul. The first one I said was bad by Tim Krul, but on reflection of that second the first goal, deflects off Aaron's, difficult for him to do anything. Fair enough. The second goal, bad. We get a reverse ball through from Jared Bowen, looking to try and find a space for Mikel Antonio to run onto. And to be honest with you, Grant Hanley comes across and covers Mikel Antonio relatively well. Tim Krul is ahead of Antonio. It feels like it was going to be okay, and yet he comes out and it just reaches a bit too far. Tries to just sort of palm it away with his hand. It's rolling along the floor. Tries to palm it away with his hand, and he just ends up slapping it straight into the feet of Mikel Antonio. It bounces off, and Antonio gets to tap it in from 6 yards away. You know, it was poor. That's probably the poorest from Norwich. Whereas the third goal, I think, you certainly could say they need to cut it out of the source. Need to be a bit more proactive in the defense, in the defending side of football. But the opportunity opens up for us again. It was a nice reverse ball that through the line to Jared Bowen, down the line this time into that crossing position. And again, I can't remember where it was. Hang on. I saw it passing. Let me see if I can find the comment. I'm getting there. Give me a minute. Also, no, I'm not taking my shirt off. Never happening. I saw that as I was scrolling. Where is it? Oh, where is it? We have discovered the art of pulling the ball back. There you go. I've said it time and time again on these things, man. I literally non-stop say it. Pullbacks, ladies and gentlemen. They are disgustingly effective, and it happened. Ball down the line to Bowen was good. Bowen gets on the end of it. Nice pullback, deflects a little bit, and then Cy Ben Rama, to be fair, has a lot to do. It's bouncing up. The ball is rising, runs onto it, hits it as strong as you like. overcrawl. It's one of those ones where it's always rising. So any further back and it would have been over because of the bounce going up. But he absolutely smashes it in 3-0. You can't act like it's not a beautiful time. You can't act like it's not a beautiful time. But how are you lot feeling? While I have a look through that, I'll remind you that patreon.com/HammersChat is a thing you could look at if you want. It's the best way to support the channel. You get tons of extra videos on there, including 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, which is, of course, the Patreon exclusive podcast, which myself and Ray Borum do. I would take off Antonio at halftime. Bowen, I don't know, potentially, but Antonio definitely at halftime. But get involved in that patreon.com/HammersChat if you want to do that. The other thing to say is, of course, we have a Mark Noble sale, because I think we might see Mark Noble today. There's a Mark Noble sale on the HammersChatStore.com at the moment. Have a gander if you want. Everyone get involved in the ratings later. Come on, go check out E20 Zone TV's ratings. James is going to be on fire today. He's going to be very excited about the Ben Rama stuff. I mean, you're not wrong, Michael. Pullbacks only work when we get behind the defenders. Unfortunately, we mostly play down the line, stop, hold, and you can't pull back. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. To be fair, you're not wrong. Make sure to subscribe, everyone, as well, if you haven't already, because we do watch-alongs every single match day on this channel. We've only missed one since the first time England went into lockdown, and that was in December 2020, was the only one we've missed. Every other match we have had a watch-along on this channel. I'm here, so make sure to hit the bell notification so don't miss out on any of that future stuff, and like the video while we're here. 300 is always the goal, and we're at 260 already, so I feel like 300, we're going to hit it today. So if you haven't already, make sure to get involved in that side of YouTube. Just vibing it. Noble hat trick. Chimmy, I would take that very strongly. Very strongly. Man, you aren't beating Palace. Europa 2.0 next year. It puts it in our hands. It puts it in our hands, Mixale. Listen, there's still a long way to go, and we've obviously got the City game where whatever. But like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm quietly confident. And if we can get Europa League for a second season in a row, that is a massive achievement for West Ham. And all of a sudden, today is the sort of, we needed a big win today in terms of form, in terms of vibe, and we've got that. We're getting that. And if we can get Europa League next season, that would be insane. 485 people watching. Let's convert that to likes. Come on, Sat. Another channel you should subscribe to. The Pocky Punk. Sat. Nothing to do with football. Just fun videos about Pocky, Snack, and punk music. You know, what more do you want? Sat's a legend, so get involved. Yeah, we needed this today, and we're getting it. Noble is solar powered. Bring him on in the sun and see him shine. Love that Suburban. Love that Suburban. Calm as you like. Get him on. In fact, that's a question. Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see? Would you like to see come on from the bench? There you go. Agree. I saw you got timed out, but it wasn't me. I saw it happen. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I apologize for that. I apologize for that wholeheartedly. Who would you like to see subbed on? Because at this point, it's kind of the vibe, right? It's kind of the vibe. I suspect Mick Antonio will get subbed off at halftime. And we should sub him off at halftime. To be honest with you, if Mick Antonio comes back out in that second half, I understand it might be one of those ones where you're like, oh, just feel it, see how you're feeling. But no, you take him off and you keep him off. We need him rested. But outside of that, who else would you like to see come on? On the bench, we have Ario, Fredericks, Masuaku, Johnson, Suchek, Grau, Noble, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Because this is one of those games where, you know, I wish we had youth players on, because they could probably get a game today. They probably could have got game time today. Still, what can you do? Let's have a look at some of these subs, shall we? Vlasic, Nobes, not Masuaku, Grau, Vlasic. Yeah, Vlasic is saying Alan's saying Vlasic needs a game time, which I agree with. Vlasic 100%. Give the man a run. Strongly agree. Yarmolenko, would love to see him score again. Lols, do you know what? That's not a bad shot. And I feel like he probably could today. Nobes on for Rice after an hour. I'd be big into that. Yeah, strongly agree, Jordan. This is the sort of game where they would get on as well. It's a bit disappointing in that sense, but okay. No doubt. Nobes. I think we learned a lot in this year in Europa. We won't be so naive next time, right? I don't know. Were we naive? I mean, I guess we were, so that's fair. But yeah, I think it's been a learning experience for everyone, and I would love to keep that going next year.
Frankfurt 1-0 down and resting players. Yeah, they rested everyone but 3 players, I think, in the match before our second leg as well. Shockingly. But again, they have literally nothing to play for in the league, so they have that power. Scroll. Krau and Vlasic. Again, yeah, I agree. I'd like to see Krau. I'd like to see Yarmo on a Noble. Yeah. Vlasic and Krau. Mm-hmm. Noble on Forest. I think Noble's the one who I would be looking most at. You know, I'd love to see Mark Noble get the game time. Yarmolenko is coming on. It's just coming back on my screen now, and I can see Andrei Yarmolenko is on the pitch in kit. So we'd love to see that. Baby Bill not required. 3-0 up has been our biggest score. You're not wrong. But we should be fine. Comes on and scores a penalty. I would love to see it, Michael. We're about to kick off again once again in the second half here of West Ham United versus Norwich in the Premier League. It's 3-0 to West Ham. Stick around and hopefully we can have a big old scoreline today. Stick around and watch it. Get involved in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much all for joining, though, in the meantime. And Timo Pukki is going to be the person to kick it off. Andrei Yarmolenko is on for Mikhail Antonio. Outside of that, I think that's the only substitute we have made. And hopefully we can get some more goals. And it feels like it's entirely possible. If I'm being honest, it feels like it's entirely possible. Norwich have been in and around, but they've not really found that final pass yet. Although Timo Pukki plays out wide to Rashika well on this left-hand side, who cuts his way inside, does well, gets the byline, pulls it back across, and Declan Rice says no. I feel like there are goals in the offing in this one, and I feel like it could be for us. Norwich made a substitute. Lees and Rashika have both come off, and Rupp and Springett have come on, both youth players. Whipped in deep, and it's Zuma is the one who headers that one away. So a double substitution from Norwich, as well as the single one from West Ham, which is Antonio for Yarmolenko. Itchy. Whipped in. Fabianski, drops it really easily. And it's 3-1. It's Sam Byram who gets the goal. I assume the chat are talking about it now. I don't want to look, but... Lucas Fabianski. Handball. Byram did play for West Ham, yeah. It's the same guy. Oh, VAR. Apparently it goes to VAR. Fabianski's awfully done. Oh, it does come off the hand of Sam Byram. I don't know if it's going to be disallowed or not. That does solidly come off the hand of Sam Byram. Fabianski, that is awful. And then the control from Byram does end up hitting off his hand, and he ends up slotting it home. There's a claim from Yarmolenko and so foul claims as well. But that is god-awful from Lucas Fabianski. Is that disallowed? It has been disallowed for handball. My God, Lucas Fabianski has got away with an absolute clanger there. That is in a game which has had goalkeeping errors lead to goals. That was the worst one. Lucas Fabianski just taking a deep breath out there and shaking his head very correctly. My God. That was awful. Corner comes in. Good to see you, Leonardo. Corner comes in, and Fabianski rises to collect it under no pressure, and it goes straight through both of his hands. Thankfully, Sam Byram, who ends up bundles the ball into the net, ends up handballing it in the process, and it gets disallowed. But my God. Randolph and Martin. Randolph definitely is. Randolph has said very publicly he tried to leave in January and wants to leave. So he's gone and fine. Don't want to keep him anyway, but that's a personal thing. And then Martin, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Martin. He's on such a low wages that it wouldn't surprise me if he sticks around. I want to keep him around in the coaching staff if he's up for it. Seems to be sort of semi what he's doing now anyway. So Martin would probably stay around in some capacity. But yeah. And that's why we should be using Areola as number one. It wasn't great, was it? It wasn't great, was it, Michael? I can't lie.
You're not wrong, although I would be. I think the first one was maybe harsh on him. I can't lie. After I saw it a second time, when you see the deflection of Aaron's, I don't think there's anything he can do for that one. Second one, though, Defo should have done better with that one, Fab. Cruel, sorry. Defo should have done. But they do have a corner here. They whip it in towards the back post. It's nodded down, and now West Ham can counter-attack away. It's poor corner from Norwich. Fornals finds Declan Rice, who just spreads it across. It's not... the momentum's gone with that pass. It's fine. But yeah. Declan Rice does well there. Just takes on Timo Pukki and beats him. Lays it out wide for Syed Benrahma. Back to Declan Rice. So we haven't really seen us in attack yet. So we've not really seen the formation. Where is Andre Yarmolenko playing? Is he playing up front or is he playing on the right? And he seems to be up front with Bowen staying out on the right-hand side, which I think is the correct thing to do. It's the correct thing to do. Sorry, I think. I think I understand why people would probably prefer Jarrod Bowen up front and everything, but I think Jarrod Bowen's most effective when he's on the right hand side. So I think you keep him out there and you put if Yarmolenko is the person who comes on, which he has in this case, then I think he should be the guy to take up that striking position. And I think in games like today, that's not a bad idea. Having someone in the center of the park who's a bit more, he's got a bit of something about him. You know what I mean? Bowen lays it off to Declan Rice, plays it out wide to Aaron Cresswell on the left-hand side as they try to play the ball forward here. Benrahma, a little bit of a step over, forced back again. Yarmolenko does well there. It's just laid that one off. Declan Rice looking for those big crossfield diags. And Soufal with a beautiful ball in. And a save from Tim Krul out of nowhere. Vladimir Soufal. Jesus, what a cross. Holy moly. Declan Rice does that big diag he loves to do into Soufal, who just volleys it back into the path of Pablo Fornals, who headers it. And it's a good save from Tim Krul. A comfortable save, but a needed one. And his after his game today, you wouldn't back him 100% doing it. He does end up being offside, so even if it went in, it wouldn't be disallowed. But my God, what a ball from to volley that one back across. Would you rather fight 2 regular-sized Sambariums or 1 4-foot Francis Ngannou? Ooh. The 4-foot Francis Ngannou, surely. Because Sam Byram, he's not small. I've met him, right? I met him when I did the Iron Man preview premiere on the channel, right? He's about 6 foot 6'1", something like that. He's about my height. He's in between 5'11" and 6'1". I'm not sure where. I can't remember exactly where, but he's not a small guy. And I would back myself in a fight against 1, but 2, I'm getting battered. A 4-foot Francis Ngannou, as scary as that is, I reckon I could do it. Can you please say hello to Grandad Judas, our new recruit? Grandad Judas, wherever you are, welcome. I hope you're well. Drop a like on the video while you're here, but welcome. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a grand old time watching a sunny day out in Norwich. It's a beautiful thing. What's your favorite Lego block? Ooh, classic 2x3. It is a classic. In fact, you've got to say 2x3, right? That's just the Lego brick. When you think of a Lego brick, you see the 2x3. You know. Like 2x2, decent. 2x4, fun, but a bit much. 2x3, it's the one. IMO, it's the one. You know, that's the classic. And it's got to be red. A red 2x3, 1. The long 1x4. Fair. It's a nice vibey one. It's a nice vibe one. I'm pulling this out. Would you take Pukki as a backup striker? I would. I like Timo Pukki, man. I like Timo Pukki. I can't lie to you. So it's a big play. He's a decent player. Look for a Norwich team that have gone straight back down and have been pretty abject most of the season. He's still got double-figure goals for the season and assists and 3 assists. I think he's on for the Premier League this year. I think he's a decent player. Would Would I see, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I would. If you said to me at the end of next summer, we get a striker and then maybe Pukki as a backup, I would take it. But if we're looking, he's not going to be like on top of my list. Like, you have to get someone else first, like a first choice striker, in my opinion. But I'll take him. The orange Lego brick separator is the best. Oh yeah. No, I agree with that. It's a madness. I like the little circular ones. Yeah, circular ones are decent. Duplo, George Duplo. What are you talking about? And then I've seen the word offside from Ionix, and Pukki's there, pulled across, and there's no one in a cross from Norwich. Scared. I'm somewhat behind. I'm scared. Have a look. No one's talking about too much. I like the heads you can just pull off. Yeah. And then they have the weird stumps underneath. Mad. It's not something I'd be into. It's not something I could be into. Yeah, the long flat ones are well difficult to celebrate. To separate, not celebrate. They are flipping a nightmare. Once they're in, they are in. You can't. You got to get something in between them to really get them out. It's a problem. Okay, if walking barefoot, then obviously Duplo's the way to go. But for everything else, Lego. Case in point, are there any Duplo games? No. Many Lego games. Lego Racer on the N64 and PlayStation 1. Banger. You know what I mean? He is the wrong side of 30, but if you were to tell me we got him on the cheap as a backup, then I'd be fine with it. Like I'm saying, not first choice, but as a backup, I'd take it. If you had to choose Thomas Land or Peppa Pig World, where would you go? Chat, get involved. Thomas Land or Peppa Pig World? It's got to be Thomas Land for me. Although I do find the idea of trains talking quite harrowing. But I have met Thomas the Tank Engine in real life when I was a kid. Don't tell me it wasn't him. I'm saying it was. It was a blue train and it had Thomas's face on the front. Therefore, it was definitely Thomas. It was in Yorkshire. It was at a train depot. Okay? I was big into Thomas the Tank Engine. Also, if you're having to pick a song, you're listening to the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song, clearly. Whipped In by Norwich, played easily, backed by Aaron Cresswell, who's had a solid game today, the sort of thing he's needed, just a calm game. Deals with it well. Norwich just aren't really attacking with any sort of there. Essentially, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, essentially, that's what. Playmobil, I respect. I think they're in a different location, Playmobil. I'll take Playmobil. I respect that. You know, you can't really get involved with Playmobil unless you have kids above like the age of 6 or whatever. I don't know. But like when you're talking Duplo or even Mega Blocks, it's Lego, right? You know what I mean? I can't say I have not read a single I have not read a single Clarent Hugh article maybe all season. And Alex, I'll be honest with you, my life's been better off for it. Lego HQ is actually bonkers. Legoland is our madness. I've been like twice. I got the little driver's license. I went when I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I went to Legoland with my family when I was like 18, something like that. It was the second time I went. I was just as excited as the first time. But you can get the driver's license when you go around in the little cars that for kids. I 100% was in there as like an 18-year-old. My knees up to like here. I'm like driving about. Grand old time. Played back to Fabianski. I'll be honest with you. Norwich get forward. And they don't not get forward with numbers. There's people there. But realistically, they just don't have... They're not getting in the box at all. They're finding they get into sort of the final third, and then they just drop off. And I can't figure out why for the life of me at all. At 65, I'm hitting hay. Fair enough, Mixer. I didn't know you were in Australia. Fair enough. Yeah. You got to respect it, Leon. You got to respect it. Lego is more expensive. Lego is too expensive. That's the bad bit. That's the bad bit about Lego. It's way too expensive. Like they just released that
they've just released the Lego Horizon tool neck thing. If you know Horizon, the video game is anyway, it's like 70 quid. Can't be getting involved with that. I want to, but I can't be getting involved with that. I also saw someone. Where is it? I need to scroll back and find it. Where is it? Where is it? Worst thing I've ever tasted. I'm not sure, Michael. I'd have to come back to you on that. This is what I was looking for. Rock Raiders. Yes. Yes, Scott. Let's go. Let's go. Best Lego computer game. For me, you're talking Lego Races. I love that game. It's way too difficult. That last race against Rocket Racer can get in the bin, but it's a banger. Obviously, all the film ones have been decent. Lego Football Mania, objectively not very good, but it holds a special place in my heart. Lego Racers 2, an interesting twist on the racing game of the Lego racing game. Supposedly they're making another one. Who knows? Maybe another Lego football as well. There's a lot of talk about that in the industry at the moment. But I'm trying to think. I mean, I would say Lego Racers, but I would accept one of the film ones, especially the original Star Wars, the first one, the OG, on PS2. You know, good for the old goal difference, the game compared to those around us. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I look, another couple of goals here would be beautiful. Fornals gets taken down in a very advanced position against Brandon Williams. He's not happy about it. He's trying to claim nothing happened there, but the referee is coming across to give him a yellow card. You have to respect him. Yeah, I think there's two types of attacking, right? You can break down a team. I mean, there's more types than this, but in general, you can break down a team, or you can just sort of beat a team, right? And I think Thomas Souček is a robust challenge from Brandon Williams. Maybe a bit too much foot over the ball. It happens. Because there's two types of breaking teams down. You can break a team down footballing wise, which is what we're doing today, passing around quickly. We've got a lot of players who are technical, who are capable, all that sort of stuff. Or you can just beat a team. And Souček is good for just beating a team. He gets in good positions, but he's not gonna pardon. He's not going to contribute to beating. He's not going to contribute to breaking a team down too much. He gets involved in the final third, but not in a huge impactful way. Throw it played in from the free kick, headed away by Norwich, but not in a big way. And it's going to be a corner, just nodded up and wide. Whereas he's good at being in that last man. Thomas Souček is great at finding the space and just exploiting it. You know, that's the key for Thomas Souček, is being able to make them those last ditch challenge, right place, right time, that kind of thing. You know, and I think there's a balance to be found, but you know. Pablo Fornals goes to take the corner, and my thing just stops instantaneously, but I think it's gone. It's another corner. Dawson's down. My the North Idaho TV network just struggled for a second there as he went to. I've heard the word he does handle it. I've no idea who. Apparently VAR. Apparently VAR's checking something. Craig Dawson's still down. I think he will get up. He's smiling, so I think he will get back up. But did not look fun. But I heard the words VAR. I don't know what happened. All right, so we're seeing it here. Whipped in. Ooh. Does Dawson get a touch on that? Or I think it's Sorensen punches it. If Dawson doesn't get a touch on that, I don't know if we'll see the VAR. If Dawson doesn't get a touch on that, then that's a penalty, surely. He's going and looking across at the monitor, ref. This could be a penalty to West Ham United. The ball got played in, and Craig Dawson goes flying up for it. He looks like he misses it. Sorensen is shaking his head. I think Sorensen knows this is going to be a penalty. He's the person who supposedly handballed it. Dawson goes up to try and get his head on it. It misses, and Sorensen's hand's like here, right? So the ball comes across. He misses the header straight off the fist. It looks like. Danny, chill. It's a pen. Penalty's been given, ladies and gentlemen. Penalty has been given, and it could be 4-0. It could be 4-0. I'm not looking at the chat purposefully because obviously you lot are ahead of me. But looking at it again here, Dawson makes a really nice run. Sorensen's trying to catch up with him.
Dawson misses it. Yeah, it is straight off Sorenson's hand. It's a handball. It's a handball. And he knew when the referee was looking across, it cut to Sorensen, who's just sort of like, he knew it was happening. And it's Manuel Lanzini to take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Krul, good at pens, though. Not as good as Lanzini. Sends in the wrong way. Tim Krul, he's a good, obviously, penalty boy. He was pointing at the top corner saying, you're going to put it there. And Lanzini just slots it under. And Tim Krul goes the wrong way. 4-0. 4-0. Love to see it. Again, I feel almost guilty celebrating anything, to be honest with you, because it's not 5, Charlie, calm down. It's just so easy today, isn't it? It's just calm. It's just a calm day. Lanzini slots at home. A sort of not very eventful second half is lit up for a moment as a handball penalty slot home. 4-0. Easy as you like. Rex got a pen. I know, mad, right? I know, mad, right? Yeah. Now I want to see Crowd. Yeah, Noble. I'd love to see it. World class. Love it. Yeah, I mean, Benrahma's not a bad penalty taker, but I like just get everyone getting goals. Build confidence. Let's get goals around the team. Build some confidence. Do you know what I mean? We're going to need it. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. But yeah, at this point, it's been a calm victory for a while. Since 2-0, it's been a calm victory. But yeah, I'd like to see Mark Noble. I think I can see him on the sideline potentially about to come on. I haven't cut to him yet, but it looks like he might be about to come on. And in fact, I've just seen in the chat, James says Noble coming on. Beautiful. We'll take that. We'll take that. Love to see him on. Love to see him on today. So, with a game in hand on Manchester United have one game to play. Their goal difference is +1. We have 2 games to play. Our goal difference is +11. And we are 3 points behind them. Manchester United, of course, in 6th. Manchester United's final game is Crystal Palace. You would have to assume they win that. We have to act like they're going to win that. Craig Dawson is coming off for Mark Noble. Interesting. I assume that means Declan Rice going to centre-back. Unless we change to 3. But even then, I don't know how we play with 3 at the back. But again, another one of those ones where if Dawson has got any knock or anything, just get him off, get him rested. Don't take any risks. We're 4-0 up. There's no point. Really would have liked some youth players on the bench today, but we can't have everything. But yeah, no, correct decision. Interested to see what happens. Does Declan Rice go to centre back? Interestingly, of course, as well, Diop not on the bench today, so whether or not he's re-injured or just whatever, I don't know. A big ball from Norwich getting all the way forward. They managed to keep that one in well. The Sprigget. Some nice passing here from Norwich. Oh, it was almost a beautiful goal from Norwich. Couldn't quite get in there. Almost a beautiful, beautiful thing. We're past the nasty 3 now. It's done and dusted. Watch again. Mixel, thank you for coming. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your sleep, sir. Yeah. I mean, look, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's just a knock and he's fine. But I don't think we should take any risks. Today, there's no point in taking any risks, But why we didn't? It's weird. Usually we have like 8 centre-backs on the bench, and today we had none. Very odd. Very odd. But Mark Noble gets time on the pitch, so I'm not complaining. Rice slotted in as centre-back. Yeah. Yeah, he's taking up that left centre-back slot next to Kurt Zouma. I don't disagree with you, but I don't think we can't take that opportunity. We can't take that. You know what I mean? we can't take that as a thing, as a given. I think you have to put it beyond any doubt. We have to put that beyond any doubt. And that's the difficult part. Because then it becomes a straight shootout, basically us versus City and then versus Palace. And, you know. I know, Arthur. I know. I strongly agree. I'm kind of disappointed in that sense, but I'm not going to complain about being 4-0 up. You know, easy game, calm, sunny day in Norwich 2.0. You love to see it. You love to see it. Noble on the pitch, pulling the strings. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Played forward there. Nice control by Jared Bowen. Play down the line now for Andrei Yarmolenko. Nice little flick around the back to Sofal. Played in, whipped across. Cresswell's there, collects it, pulls it across. Pablo Fornals. Could have. I'm not gonna lie, probably should have been 5-0. Nice play by Yarmolenko, gets it onto Sofal, plays it into, just passing it around. I think it was Bowen, ends up playing the ball across to Cresswell, who controls it, whips it across, and to be fair, Pablo Fornals, it's just behind him. It would have been a little bit. It's not the easiest thing you've ever seen in your life, but at the same time, yeah, you're thinking maybe 5. Does it separate entirely? Does it separate entirely? Is that what it stands for? I think I'm wrong. James. Let me know. Bacheta hits it. But I'm just gonna sneeze. Bless me. What was Gonzo's bet? Can't remember. It's in here somewhere. I think there we go. It was Syed Benrahma to score, Brandon Williams to be booked, full-time score 3-1. Full-time score 3-1. It was exciting until that moment, but full-time score 3-1. Shame. Thank you. Is it separate entirely? I just realized I'm in Shanghai. Oh, very exciting. I have no clue where. Well, I'm in North Idaho. I can tell you that for a fact, but I've got no. The North Idaho TV network is showing a channel I've never heard of before. So, but I'm of course in North Idaho, and no one can prove otherwise. Am I right? Is it separate entirely? I'm trying to scroll up and see if I was told what it was, but I also can't even find the original comment to begin with. Oh, it's James. There you go, James. Let me know if I'm right, James. I can't remember. Yeah, it helps that Norwich have apparently been silent. It feels like they've been silent, but good day and a refreshing change. Yeah, it has been nice. It has actually been pretty nice. It's been like it's just quite nice. It just feels like one of those games where it's not. I love no stress. You know, Benrahma's through here. Good defending by Barham, to be fair, but my God, it maybe could have and should have been 5 again. And now West Ham come forward once more. Fornals. Benrahma's still down in the middle of the area, by the way. West Ham are carrying on regardless. Played down the line. Sofal tries to whip it in. We win a corner, and Benrahma's going to get up, but could have and maybe should have been 5 there. It was played through, and to be fair, it's good defended by Byram. Gets back. Oh, it's a beautiful tackle by Byram. It's no foul. Does it beautifully. Benrahma just takes one, just ever so slightly too long, and yeah, does well. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone. Referee's asking Ben Rama to just take his time off the pitch. Can hear Mark Noble shouting Jared Bowen's name. Right, anyway, sorry. Where's the thing? Right, back. Here we go. Hello. Syed Ben Rama's going to get taken off as well. He scored 2 today. Good performance. Unfortunate. Could have been 3. Could have and maybe should have been 3. But yeah, it is what it is. He's gone back down again now. He's injured. Not good. Yeah, me too. I like him cool. Vlasic is getting game time, ladies and gentlemen. You could tell there's been a lot of injuries. Because even Vlasic is coming on. The poison challenge of the 11th beckoning. 2,000 miles return midweek journeys to play teams no one has heard of. I mean, Isle of Skye may be a bit harsh on some excellent teams we've beaten in Europa League, but I get your point. In a meaningless competition, nearly there. And again, I don't think competition was meaningless, but I do think games like today when we've had 3 people go off injured, certainly puts a dampener on the idea of depth in the rotation, doesn't it? It certainly brings it into the foreground. Separate entirely. Come on, he's done it. If you'd asked me any of the other ones, I probably would have flopped. The S is maybe the only one I could actually remember. We'll take it. Oh, what a question. Madman. Okay, Charlie, what's your favorite Call of Duty Zombies map? So it's got to be from either World at War or Black Ops 1. Because they're the 2 that I like deepest. Do you know what? I'm going to give it up to the OG one. What was the OG one in World at War called? Is it called like... it's in Germans, but it was something like Under the Nacht or something like that. The original one in the broken down house, like a grey sort of concrete house. Yes, or the first one you get in Black Ops, the like one in the is it cinema or theater or something? That one I remember as well quite a lot. The OG ones I remember, but yeah, it's got. I would go with the OG World at War one. The Natched or something. I don't speak German. What God, mate? I want to play zombies now. I want to play zombies. I don't even have it. I don't think I own any Call of Duty games. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Bit of gun game. I could go for a bit of gun game on Black Ops 1 right now. That's see, I was close. I was getting it all the wrong way around. The components of a German phrase in there. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. I like that one. That's probably my favorite. Just because it was the first one I played, and so it's like vivid in my memory, you know? Yeah, that one. I can't. I'm so incapable of speaking German. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. The one in the theater I loved. Yeah, the theater one bangs, man. The theater one bangs. I remember watching flipping guides on, like, me and my friends. We used to watch guides on Black Ops Zombies. Like, what's the best? And it's always like some American. What you got to do is you've got to wait until level 47, and that's when you want to upgrade your knife and put an ACOG on it. Like, I just remember this like thing just going around. Oh, I love those games. I want to play. I don't think I have them at my mum's house, but I don't have them here. I have to pop round to my mum's after this. Get the PS3 and all of my Call of Duty games back out. Modern Warfare 2. It's getting revealed soon, isn't it? Supposedly, the new Modern Warfare 2 is getting revealed next month. Supposedly, reportedly, we'll see. West Ham playing the ball around here. Vlasic will get his first sort of opportunity, trying to play the ball into the path of Jared Bowen. Can't quite make it work. It has the pace and vibe of a preseason game now. Like, the crowd is just utterly gone. Like not utterly gone, disappeared. Although it does look like there are lots of yellow seats. But atmosphere-wise, it's pretty dead. You get occasional chants from West Ham, but most of the time it's just been calm, sorted, and now we're just sort of like knocking on the door consistently. Norwich aren't really getting there, although it feels like the sort of performance where Norwich could just pop up with a goal and it just sort of be like, and then we carry on. Do you know what I mean? But right now, it's very comfortable. It's very, very comfortable with Declan Rice with a nice turn on Timo Pukki there.
The biggest concern today is the injuries. The injuries to Dawson, Benrahma, and Dawson, Benrahma, Antonio. Don't know how I flopped that. But yeah, it's those are the biggest concerns today of what have been a very, very comfortable and calm afternoon. Hopefully none of them are serious. Hopefully none of those are serious. Antonio was a bit concerned about. Benrahma going down twice worried me. Dawson, I think, I don't know, Dawson maybe just a knock, but certainly a little bit of concern there. And again, when you're at this stage of the season, it is very it's not unheard of to get injuries when you've got a small squad and you've not really rotated. Vlasic there finding Aaron Cresswell on the right. Thankfully, with the Benrahma one, we have people who can play in those roles. Fornals, Lanzini, Vlasic, Yarmolenko, Bowen. We've got options in those areas, right? Lanzini trying to find his way forward, can't quite make it, but Mark Noble, one of our own, being chanted at 10 minutes to go. It feels like it's the last minute, but we've got 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. But the others with Dawson is pretty concerning given Diop's not on the bench today. Craig Dawson getting injured is actually a big concern because all of a sudden the question gets raised, and we've already seen the answer when we only have 1 foot centre back. The answer is to go 3 at the back with 2 fullbacks, and that's not a super enjoyable thing to do, especially we got Manchester City coming up. And then, Antonio is obviously a constant worry about being injured. Hopefully his wasn't the most serious in the world, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I can't believe I couldn't remember his name. Good point, M. Collingwood. Very good point. It's going to be a madness. I don't suspect he'll stop, but we'll see. This time just calmly dealing with that ball forward from Norwich, just lofted it over the top, trying to find that long sort of crossfield pass, and we just deal with it really easily. I mean, honestly, this game with 10 minutes to go feels the atmosphere is dead. The speed is dead. Vlasic's trying to work his way in here, plays out wide, couldn't quite find anyone. He's sort of pointing. It's not really worked out from that pass, and Norwich can come away with it, but they've got no options. They're not committing going forward at all. It almost feels like they're playing for goal difference right now. They're just not committing bodies forward. If I was a Norwich fan, I'd be pretty annoyed watching this. I mean, I'd be pretty annoyed in general, but like to be 4-0 down and you're on the counter attack and you're just not even coming close to committing people. Got a bit more people forward now. Williams finding the ball, and you've got a free kick in a good position off Manuel Lanzini, who sort of dived in on Placheta there. But honestly, I would be frustrated. I would be a little bit frustrated watching Norwich there because they had a really nice counter-attacking opportunity and they had like 3 people going forward, and it took them time to work their way forward. Don't know how much of a foul that was by Manuel Lanzini, but we can't really have too many complaints about it, if we're being honest. Surely our tails will be up for Noble's last game. You'd hope so. I think we've got a chance in that game, but it's a very thin one. And if the title race was, I wish would be wrapped up. It not being wrapped up is kind of annoying. But yeah, you would hope so, John. You'd hope so. Get new faces season, we have a better chance of success. So what was I guy saying? Great effort in Europa League, but 7th equals conference. We'll see the free kick from Norwich first. Hit. Gilmore hits the stanchion way over. Wide hits the stanchion. Conference next season, and the only decent teams are the last 8. So many midweek matches will knacker the squad for next weekend. On the next weekend. Yes, you're not wrong, but you could make that argument for the Europa League and the Champions League as well. And the quality of teams you face doesn't negate the fact that you're playing midweek. If anything, it lessens it because you have to work harder. That's not to say we would stroll through in the Conference League. I don't think we would, but I understand what you're saying. I think you are always better if you're talking specifically about Conference League, more money, more European experience, both in terms of for the club, the team, and actually also the fans, just getting to enjoy watching European football. Bigger profile for the club, building that, and yeah, you get the winner gets Europa League. You know, I don't think you can turn your nose up at it. This will, of course, be a conversation going on. I'm sure there'll be videos on both this and the forum channel about it. I'm sure it'll be a topic of conversation in Two Spanners, One Hammer coming in the coming weeks on Patreon. But I don't think you can turn your nose. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you can turn your nose up at it. And if we have a big squad, that's not too much of a problem. But Cheddar playing it out to Pookie now. He has the space, hits it just wide. That was a good opportunity. He's insistent that was a. He was insistent that was a deflected. It should have been a corner, but all of a sudden it opens up for them. Curtis Zuma comes across to try and cover. Curtis Zuma comes across, just step onto the feet of whoever it was who's playing Placheta. Declan Rice comes across, can't quite make it. I don't think it does deflect off Rice in the end. I think it is just a goal kick, but a good opportunity for Norwich. Like I say, it wouldn't shock me if Norwich got a goal right at the end of this. I can't lie. Also, another trophy to win. Yeah, I agree. Guaranteed that at least Conference League now. If Palace can beat Man U, then all we need is 3 points from the next 2 games to get Europa League. Mad at it. Mad at it. Take me to dinner first, Scott. Come on now. You'd be better off 8th and concentrate on the league. You'll play 14 Conference League games as the opposition is mostly poor and unheard of. Only 6 good teams. And again, the other thing to say, I know we look. I fully understand what you're trying to say, Isle of Skye. To be fair, I fully understand what you're saying. But what I would say is this also: we hadn't heard of Astrajiju. They beat us twice. So teams who are in the Conference League have earned the right to be in the Conference League. We don't have the right to say that we haven't heard of them, therefore they're crap, because they've earned the right to be in that competition. And I think we tend to look down on every other league, and we tend to look down on other teams that we hadn't heard of. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. We got beat by Astrajiju twice in a row. No one had ever heard of them. Okay, and they beat us twice. You know, they knocked us out 2 years in a row. So I don't think we can afford to say that. But I understand what you're saying. I understand the argument, and I don't think there isn't merit to your argument, to be fair. But personally, I think you always go for the cup. You always go for it. And European competition is too big to miss out on, even if it is just the Conference League. And if you get to the latter stages, you get to win the whole thing, you get into Europa League. But I understand fully what you're saying, to be fair. The North Idaho TV network went a bit wild there. It was going all nice and dandy, and then all of a sudden it skipped back to the 46th minute. Don't know what happened there. We'll try and figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right, we're back. Nothing happened in the meantime, I suspect, but mad. Pizza incoming, Ray. What pizza you getting? Big plays. What pizza you getting? I need to know, Ray. I need to know. I want it. I'm also very hungry. Incredibly, Michael. Don't get me wrong. It's not. Pardon me. 3 times hiccup, like 3 times there. It's not something I was comfortable with. It's happened again, bro. It's happened again. It's cut back to Ben Rama just blapping it in. I'm just going to assume it's for the North Idaho TV network is having an absolute mare. Bro, you better believe we've been talking about a sunny day out in Norwich. 2.0, mate. 2.0. A sunny day out in Norwich 2.0 is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. The North Idaho TV network is doing me a dirty right now. Tom, while you're here, if you're still here, love you, by the way. If you're still here, what's the best Lego game? Conversations we've been having. What's the best Lego game? I know what your answer will be, but what is it? And why are you wrong? It's Lego Racers on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, as I'll say, it's been shaky, but we've dealt with it, and hopefully next season we have more Full stop. We have more players, which should help us, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I think it's a fair point, Michael. I think it's a fair point. Why does the North Idaho TV network keep doing me like this? It keeps skipping back to the first half, and I don't understand why. Yeah, I think we look down on. I think we look down on every other league incorrectly, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I think we look down on them and go, "Oh, they're nothing," and it's like, well, realistically, bruv. These teams are beating teams that are in the big leagues, you know. Rangers have beaten half of the Bundesliga in their run to the final this year. It feels like they beat Leipzig, they beat Dortmund, you know. Dortmund. I don't know. Personally, my opinion. I think the North Idaho TV network's come back on fine now. I think he said, completely unsure. My timer is slightly off, but whipped in, punched away nicely by Fabianski. 3 minutes of stoppage time is called. Norwich have literally every single player forward, apart from Krul, who had control of the ball practically in the centre circle, lofts it forward, instantly loses out, and now West Ham have the opportunity to counter-attack. As it comes to the end of this game, I ask you now for your man of the match. It's been a while since we've done this. But get your man of the match in, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever gets the most amount of votes will win the Hammers Chat Man of the Match award. So get involved. We've got a couple of options today, and I'll be interested to see which way the chat go. I'll also remind you, of course, to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. We do watch alongs every single game on this channel. We haven't missed one since December 2020. That's the only one we've missed since like March 2020. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on future videos. And like the video. 300 is the goal, and we smashed that today. We're at 334 likes so far. So if you haven't already, make sure to get involved in that and like the video. And finally, patreon.com/Hammers Chat is something you could look at if you wish. Now let me scroll back up because I like this conversation. It's a deep one. We've got the chance to finish in the exact same position we did last season, and we played 9 Euro games and a decent cup run. Yeah. It's a thing. It's an interesting conversation that's going to play out throughout the rest of the season. It's not something that's just going to end here. This will be something that's going to play out for the next week or so. Say the rest of the season, like it's not just a week left. Ways happening, by the way, every time this passed around. And let's have a look at some of these man of the matches. What have we got? Benny all the way, Antonio, Sofal, Ben Rama, man of the match, Noble, Hammers Chat, man of the match has always been his birthday wish list. You're pulling at the heartstrings and I respect it. Bowen, thank you for coming, Todd. Appreciate it, sir. Have a good one. Got to be Benny. Lanzini should have let him take the pen. I'm seeing all over in the chat. It's not quite for me. I've got another 30 seconds, but we know it'll be 4-0. Bowen. I think it's going to be Saeed Ben Rama. I think Benny. Yeah, Benny. There you go. Benny is confirmed. Congratulations to Saeed Ben Rama on the Hammers Chat Man of the Match award. I respect it. Bowen definitely second though. Bowen was a very close second. James, I'm sorry, it was too late. Ben Rama's the guy. It was close. Russell. There is the final whistle. It ends West Ham United 4, Norwich City 0. A comprehensive defeat, an easy one, at times a training ground vibed one, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain by any stretch of the imagination for an easy dub like that. Make sure to stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because of course we will have the live match review coming up very, very soon. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because we do watch alongs every single week on this channel, every single game on this channel. We are here. If you haven't already, like the video, patreon.com/Hammers Chat. NN16, of course, on the store is for the Mark Noble sale. 16% off if you use that code on checkout at hammerstratstore.com. And yeah, we're back with Manchester City. Mark Noble's last ever game for West Ham United, or home game, will be Manchester City. That's up next for us. We get a big win in the build up to that. A couple of injuries. We'll see how that plays out. If you want to make sure you catch up with what's going on, then make sure to subscribe to the channel because we'll be talking about it the entire time. Apart from that, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure. And I will see you for I'll see you for the City game. Cheers, everyone. Bye. Oh, by the way, Tom's was definitely Lego Star Wars. Tom's favorite was definitely Lego Star Wars. Trust me on that. Lego Star Wars.